Hello and welcome. My name is Donald Tucker. In an effort to continue to provide for our students and connect families across the country, this year we are taking our efforts to a whole new level. Our commitment to the district's children is unwavering. We believe that athletics plays a vital role in the personal growth, character development, and overall well-being. That's why we need your help today. By partnering with us, you become an integral part of our journey to empower and uplift these young athletes. Visit our website, athleticfoundation.org, where you can find out more information about our organization, our impact, and how you can help support. So I invite you to stand with us, partner with the Springdale Athletic Foundation, and be a part of something truly special. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of our district kids and ensure that Springdale sports continues to set the standards in athletics across the state.
Shot on the way, and good!
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
What's the only thing better than ordering your Whataburger favorites right on your phone? Earning free Whataburger while doing it. Download the Whataburger app to get started, just like you like it.
I'm Don Strubing. It's because of the generosity of people like you, we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feed program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Zach Arns. I'm voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feed program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Food that is fresh, full of flavor, and all for a good cause can only come from Tacos for Life in Springdale. Enjoy delicious tacos for a cause. When you buy a meal, Tacos for Life donates the proceeds to provide a meal to starving children. Download the Tacos for Life app for ongoing promotions and free food for our friends right here in Springdale. Great food for a great cause. Tacos for Life.
My money don't sleep. I'm slow to speak.
MacArthur. Shot's good. Wow. Nice shot there by MacArthur.
Take 250.
Maya Haney corrals the ball, gets it up and good. Maya Haney. MacArthur going in stride, sends it to Maya Haney. Up and good, and one play. Maya Haney inside. Roll. Spots up, shot's good. Side, outside, Madison Campbell from McKinley Campbell. Good. Fakes the three, going inside. Left-handed layup, up and good. MacArthur, open three. Banks it in. There you go.
Know what I'm saying? Heard they talking about who will win and why. I'm alive, just took one to revive. Keep that vibe when we show up and collide. Me and the guys move just like the FOI. We were trained to use it, they were trained to use it. Shoot you like Cupid, hit your medulla, yeah. Shoot at intruders, then shoot your Medusa. The shit for the gang get banged and fuck on the Gucci and groupie. Left out when she choosing. Big bang roll is soothing. Pull up with sticks in the spinner, but I make him cuddle up. This not a movie. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the countdown till I slide. Pork and rinds, how I grew up on my side. Ain't no fence, just 100 acres wide. When shit get tense, we twist up and we get fried.
If you need that love, support, somebody to push you, to tell you can do it, I would tell them to come to Pam Transportation. It's a family here. It's not just a regular company. They will look after you. They will show you that you are important, you are welcome here.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected.
Good evening and welcome.
Followed by the playing of the national anthem. Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Lineups first for the visiting Lady Wildcats from Springdale Har-Ber. A senior number 2, Brooklyn Owens. A sophomore number 3, McKinley Campbell. A sophomore number 4, Madison Campbell. A senior number 5.
Good evening and welcome to Rogers Mounties Arena, the Springdale Athletic Foundation presenting you Har-Ber women's basketball. I'm Connor Jenkins here, play-by-play. Joining alongside me is a very old but young in spirit commentator, Mr. Park. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Park.
Appreciate it. Glad to be here. Here comes big-time basketball. Conference starts tonight, Connor.
First game of conference season. The Lady Wildcats coming in at 12-2 into this conference opener against the Rogers Mounties, and another storyline coming into this game. You want to know what it is? This is where Brooklyn Owens is from. This is Brooklyn Owens' home school right here. And this is her return back to the Rogers Mounties. I was told by her parents, this isn't no game, this is just a conference opener. So that's how we're viewing this tonight, but you gotta say it at least. You gotta say it, she's from here. But this should be a very fun game. Rogers Mounties 5-9 in non-con as we come into this one. Har-Ber Lady Wildcats, as I said, 12-2. This should be a very good start in conference.
Yeah, I mean, they look great in preseason. You can kind of tell we're a little young in some areas, but they're going to gain confidence and experience every game.
And that's what you hope. I mean, you've got two three sophomores starting for the Lady Wildcats, 2 heavy-hitting seniors, as I like to call them, Brooklyn Owens, Jasmine MacArthur. Talked to Coach Jenkins. Every day we want to be competitive. That's what she said. We come into any game, no matter the team that's sitting across from us, we want to be competitive.
That's right. If you're not moving ahead, you're moving behind.
Exactly.
Here we go, Connor.
I am ready for some conference action. Gets down low to Brooklyn Owens. This is where me and you live, isn't it? We get active when it comes to conference. Jasmine MacArthur will be fouled on the play. That's going to be number 23, Alicia Freeland. She'll pick up the first one. I was talking to Coach early before the game, the head Rogers Mounties lady coach, and he said Freeland is their main threat on the offensive side, so early foul for her. You're going to have to watch that as we progress. Maya Haney inside, back out. McKinley Campbell, 3, up 3, good. McKinley Campbell starting it off strong for the Lady Wildcats.
Can't make them all if you don't make that first one.
And it's going to set the tone. And exactly what the Wildcats trying to do on defense right here. They start in a 2-2-1 press as they are trapping now. McKinley Campbell tried for the breakaway steal, and you start off the game on defense with a 10-second count, and you might be getting some home cooking.
And that's what they do right there. That's our team.
And that's exactly how you want to start. This is a very aggressive Lady Wildcat team. If you've not had the privilege of watching this Wildcat team, they like to push. That is pretty much the defining word of this team. Push pace, push offense, push defense, and push the ball up the court. As Brooklyn Owens misses the first shot, tipped back out to the Mounties as they progress across the court. Chrisman back out, Freeland, 3, up 3, short, rebounded by Jazz MacArthur. MacArthur weaving inside, pull up, jumper, goes in. Jasmine MacArthur, the Wildcats start 2 of 3 from the field as a team.
And you can see right here the pressure already making it nervous for Rogers. There's going to be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, I mean, this is when you can apply pressure in the length that they have with Owens and Haney and even the twins and MacArthur. They're all smaller players at their positions, but they have length.
Yeah, you forget they're babies in age, but they're full-grown women out here on the basketball court.
Exactly. They might not be able to drive yet, but they are full-grown women, like you said, on the basketball court. The jump ball violation going to go towards the Lady Mounties. Coach Early saying, we're not really focused on winning at this moment. We're focused on player development and building a culture with the Rogers Mounties. As he said, we came into this game, we want to grow. That's all Coach Early wants to do here today. As that one missed, rebounded, put back up, blocked away by Owens, and then tipped out by Owens. That'll stay with the Mounties.
And yeah, you're going to get a lot of looks around these Wildcats. You're going to see who wants the basketball in crunch time, because crunch time for these Lady Wildcats is 40 minutes. Well, I know we don't play 40, but
yeah, I mean, I agree. The NWA Classic you saw when we were the Lady Wildcats were down to North Little Rock, the crunch time minutes went to McKinley Campbell.
Right.
You went into the ISOs, you went into like 4 flat sets, going to work, and she ended up with, I think, 26 or something that game because she just knew it was her time to score. And that's the luxury of having players like these for the Wildcats. They know when it's their time, and they know when it's not their time.
Yeah, that NWA Classic hosting that was some good basketball. Everybody got 3 games in 3 days, and you could really see them growing up there in the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, 9 games in 3 days collectively for the NWA Classic. First year being hosted at Har-Ber High School, and we had some competitive games down there, and some competitive games you didn't want to see for the Lady Wildcats, but still grew them more the better.
That's right. Here they are pushing the ball again.
In transition, sends back to McKinley Campbell. She had MacArthur on the wing, decides to go up and in. And McKinley Campbell, for as short, I guess, for her position at 5'3" or 5'4", she can score inside with some of the best in the league.
Yeah, and that's the growing up she did from last year. Last year, she'd take that contact and hit the floor. She took that contact, made the basket, and stayed on her feet.
That's freshman to sophomore year jump. I used to call her the freshman phenom, even though both don't start with an F. But now she's a sophomore sensation. We switched it over. But the Lady Wildcats definitely have a bright future. But this is their year when you really think about kind of the roster and the personnel. You've got the senior leadership as Jazz MacArthur, the senior, takes the 3. But you've also got the youth that is ready to go with a year under its belt.
Yeah, the JV girls looked amazing right here for some early action tonight.
And that's a good sign. Madison Campbell knocking down the 3, and a 10-0 run to start the game. We're not even 3 minutes in, and the Wildcats are up by 10 as we'll take it to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Sometimes a dream car has nothing to do with horsepower or performance.
My dream car is the one that gets me to my job every day. The one that lets me help a friend in need.
I didn't think I had the credit. My credit score wasn't that good. But Carmine
They believe
Welcome
in
back as
me.
the Wildcats come
My
back
dream car,
into their full court
2016
press
Nissan
against the Lady
Sentra.
Mounties.
What's yours?
5:05 left to play in the first period. They send it across court. McKinley Campbell with the tip, and that will stay with the Mounties as they get it across. Cybele Solis didn't get that one, and she will sub out of the game. A very younger roster as well. As we dropped a mic.
Little technical difficulties there, but I'm set up here, and here we go.
I think it's more commentator difficulties than technical.
Hey, they didn't see that.
As the ball is up top, Freeland guarded by MacArthur. MacArthur blind hit on the screen, and that's something she does a really good job of. When she gets contact, she will try to get a foul as much as possible. Reminds you a little bit of Patience McDaniel.
Oh, that's a good call right there.
Because Patience McDaniel fell, I mean, some people thought she was taking drama classes because when she took a hit, she probably hit the floor at the same time. Brooklyn Owens pulls for mid-range. She's 0 of 2 to start here today. As Maya Haney, a long two, that one long.
It's going to stay Wildcat basketball.
That'll go to the baseline for the blob for the Lady Wildcats, where they like to do some scoring out of some blobs. Gets inside to Owens. She'll dribble up. McKinley Campbell wide open in the corner, decides against it, goes inside, misses. Owens up and in. She gets her first basket of the night. 1 for 3 for Brooklyn Owens, but
first basket in this gym as a Wildcat.
That's a really good point. Didn't really, hey, I was told not to think about that storyline as much, but I love to think about it.
Okay.
I like it. As MacArthur advances up to Owens for 2, can't get it. Might have had a hand in the back, but the call not made. And that will go the other way, 12-0, our score with 4:02 left to play in the first period.
Madison Campbell there again. Like, if you aren't confident with that ball, it's going to be a long night for you because a couple of our girls are going to get right after you.
That is the pressure that the Lady Wildcats will apply. While a younger team, defensive instincts are not a shortcoming for this Lady Wildcat team.
Great defensive play right there. That was amazing.
Owens going inside, weaving for 2, blocking foul called. That will be 2 shots. They're going to call that on the shot. So she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Rogers didn't seem like they liked that one much, but those feet were moving big time. That was a pretty little step over move right there Brooke was about to finish.
And Freeland picks up her second personal here early on. We're only 4:20 into the game, and she's got 2 fouls to start. But Coach Early going to leave her in right now, trusting her senior guard, or his senior guard.
Sometimes you don't have options.
As Owens sinks the free throw off the second one. 13-0 our score. Freeland with the ball. Trying to break the press are the Mounties. Something I did talk to Coach Early about. He did say ball handling has been an issue to start this non-con season. As that 3 from the corner, not an issue at all. That's going to be Taylor Chrisman with 3 points.
There's a pretty little shot right there. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And another drive right there by Maddie Campbell.
Madison Campbell has been a very good sign to see her coming on early for this Wildcat team. You saw last year, if you watched Lady Wildcat basketball, she really caught her stride at the end of conference season into the playoffs. She started very early this year, and she is continuing it in conference so far right now.
Getting a little taller, too. You can tell her length. Like, I bet her
Yes.
wingspan's as big as mine.
It has to be. It's bigger than mine.
We know those guns are.
That's very, very true.
James back in the game.
For me, at least. There, Freeland comes out of the game with her 2 fouls. That mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Solis. Inside, and that's something that might be a issue down the road for the Lady Wildcat team. We talked about it, undersized at every single position, but they like to play fast so that you maybe can't beat them in the half court.
That's exactly. I mean, we saw it with other teams like in the NWA Classic where they had to match up against some size, and they've shown they can do it.
Multiple 6-footers in the NWA Classic for multiple teams. I think we were maybe the only team there that did not have a 6-footer on our roster. As Maya Haney weaves inside for two. Why you need a 6-footer when you've got good finishing from your guards?
Yeah, and that's a great finish right there. Again, the progression from freshman to sophomore.
It is definitely being known here in conference play, and you see the 12 and 2 before non-con or before conference, but conference changes.
Right. For everybody.
All of it. The defensive schemes change. For every team, you throw in junks, you throw in different stuff.
Student sections get bigger, crowds get bigger, players play harder at home.
Yes, and it gets more important because these are games that matter. Like Coach Jenkins told me before the game, no one in our league is a cupcake. And by that meaning an easy win. There is not a team in the 6A West that is an easy, quote-unquote, win. As Madison Campbell goes inside for two.
Like her confidence tonight, boy, if she starts getting that confidence going, people are going to be in trouble.
That is a good sign for this Lady Wildcat team. They switched from the 2-2-1 into a 1-2-2. Less pressure on trapping, but still effective in wasting 10 seconds off the shot clock, but that's a foul on McKinley Campbell.
Taylor Chrisman taking it to the basket right there. That's a good shot. She used her body good, and she'll be on the line shooting too.
Coach Early will take a timeout here early in the game. As we will take a timeout with him, we'll be right back here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Welcome back. 19-3 our score, a 16-point lead here in Rogers Mounty Arena. Mr. Park joining me. I'm Connor Jenkins. Springdale Athletic Foundation Television, proud to bring you Har-Ber lady basketball. We have Har-Ber men's basketball later on. That team 5-7 in the non-con and has had some woes, but they've also had one of the most stacked non-con schedules that you've ever seen at Har-Ber.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing to get out of non-conference early stuff is are you playing beasts or are you playing duds?
Exactly. I mean, are you playing in-state or are you playing out-of-state? I mean, a lot of out-of-state opponents for the Har-Ber men's team. As I was talking to Coach Zondi earlier. He said we played a team from Mississippi, Florida, Tennessee, Texas. I mean, we're checking off the South.
Yeah.
So, and that's what you really want to see. You want to take on the best of the best. You want to see every single kind of matchup you can see in non-con, because when you get into conference, you know the personnel you're going against, and you're ready for it. As we will have that game later for you. We get back in the action here. McKinley Campbell, blocking foul called on Cybele Solis on the baseline.
Rogers foul number 15, Cybele Solis. That's her first. Fourth team
Her
foul
first.
for Lady Maddies.
McKinley Campbell to inbound out of a box set for the Lady Wildcats. Getting inside to Haney for a lob play, basically. That one doesn't go, but they got the shot they kind of wanted in that one. As McKinley Campbell tips the ball out of bounds, that will stay with the Mounties going the other way.
Again, the pressure making it hard. Every single dribble, every single pass is going to be contested.
And the question is, and there's two things with coming out of a pressure. Is it working? Is it not working? Well, if it's working too well, you might see it in the score, and that's when you come out of it.
Right.
And so that is the question that you got to ask Coach Jenkins, or she's asking herself, how long do you stay with that pressure?
Wildcat defense picks up another 10-second violation. I bet they don't come out of it next possession.
No. How it's working right now, knowing Coach Jenkins' mentality pretty well, I don't think she'll maybe come out of it till maybe the third or fourth. That's just something. It's a different philosophy. That was not a 10-second call. Actually, I was agreeing with you. I thought they called that. They signaled it for sure, but the Mounties do have the ball back.
All right.
Interesting. See, that's why I like being on the court at Har-Ber. You know exactly what's going on. You hear the refs come to the table.
Big advantage. We're up here in the nosebleeds.
As that one's short, rebounded by Solis. Inside against Henry. Goes up, and Henry broke the plane and got the foul. That'll be her first and team's third here in the first.
Hey, that's a good confident drive right there by Solis. I mean, she went in there, made a little bang, got a good shot off right there, but she'll be shooting two regardless.
Solis, a good bright spot for the Mounties last year, showed a lot of potential down low for them. And, I mean, she's definitely the tallest player on the court. She is, let's see, 6 foot, senior. So
and a senior.
Yeah, this could be a good year for her for the Mounties. As Salas back at the line for the second. Cannot get that one. Owens tries for the rebound, tipped out of bounds. 57 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 19-5, our score. Advantage to the Lady Wildcats who have the ball. 1-3-1 set here for Rogers Mounties. Kinley Campbell coming off a double. Sends back up Madison Campbell. Swung over MacArthur. Had the shot if she could have caught it with feet set. McKinley Campbell catches it, feet set, short. Henry, and I know a lot of people don't like this term, but I love it, a glue girl.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
That is exactly Ione Henry.
Yep.
You need it, and there's another term, a plug and play. You can put her in there, plug any hole you need, and
Right.
she will go.
Yep. You need a guard, you need a forward, you need a center.
Defensively, she can do it all. Now, offensively, we're working on that three-pointer, is what I've been told.
Brooklyn Owens with a big-time basket there off another Mountie turnover.
Coach early telling me before the game, he thinks they're averaging low 20s in turnovers this year in non-con. So that's a low point for them this season as MacArthur goes inside for 2, rebounded by Owens, up and in. Brooklyn Owens for 7 points. She ties the leading scorer in the game with Madison Campbell. As that quarter is all she wrote. 23-5, our score, 18, quick math, point advantage there for the Lady Wildcats going into the second quarter. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Accidents are never planned, but no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans. And if you're not a Wildcat fan, welcome to the Springdale Athletic Foundation Television Network. We welcome all fans, any color. You're blue, you're purple, you're red. Join us because we'd like to bring you the action here for the Lady Wildcats. 23-5 our score, an 18-point lead going into the second. Mr. Park, tell us a little bit about that first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, just like we talked about, they're going to get right after you. They're going to press you. We don't have a lot of size, so we're going to use that quickness and that IQ, and you can tell they've used it good, building that 18-point lead right here.
And to the size and to the pressure, they go hand in hand. You have a undersized team, you make it to where the pressure doesn't allow the other team to get in the half court. And that has been effective.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of team you got to figure out how to compete with what you got.
And that's what the Wildcats doing here so far. Up by 18, corner 3 rejected, going inside for 2 is Chrisman. She doesn't get it to fall, rebounded by the Wildcats. McKinley Campbell pushing into the full court, numbers advantage. Owens, corner 3 up, no good, no rim on that one. It'll come the other way. That's gonna be James. Going inside, gets the defender to go, and that'll be a foul called. I think that one will go to Ione Henry.
I think so. She said it wasn't, but I think it was.
Ione Henry will pick up the foul, her second personal, and this is something the Lady Wildcats have struggled with a lot in the non-con foul trouble. That is something they like their bench, they like the pieces, but they also love their starting lineup, and you want to see as many minutes as you can from your starters in any kind of basketball.
Yeah, the most growth that I'll talk about from our babies, our freshmen growing up this year, is being able to control that fouls. Last year, McKinley Campbell would have 4 fouls in the first quarter. I mean, repeatedly.
Mm-hmm. It's still been a tiny bit of an issue, but in games that are very quick-paced, that is an issue that is going to happen.
Yeah.
When you're putting
if
as
you're
much
playing
pressure
hard
as
and
you
pressing,
are.
yeah.
Exactly. It's just that comes with age as well. As much as we say they have grown from freshman year, they're still only sophomores.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 more years
right.
to see these, as you call them, babies grow.
And then you can see them. You can be in a grill without swatting at everything. You
Exactly.
stay in the grill.
That was a main lesson that they have picked up from last year to this year. To force a turnover, it doesn't have to be a steal. It can be a straight pass that goes out of bounds, a straight pass that goes to another teammate. So it doesn't have to be, I get the ball immediately.
That 3-point basket. Freeland, that was a nice little shot right there.
Freeland with the 2 fouls back in the game here early in the second quarter. She knocks down the 3 ball, 23-9 now our score. Henry over to MacArthur. The skip pass back to MacArthur. Double teaming up top. That's the 1-3-1. Owens inside to Henry. Dribbles off the foot. Gets back to Owens. The shot clock has not reset. 12 seconds on it. MacArthur weaving inside for two. Saw a lot of daylight after she split the double, but could not get it to fall. There's Freeland. You see Maya Haney to come back in for the Wildcats at the next break. 3 up again. No good. And this is how a team like Rogers, who's had a rough kind of start, that's how they compete in games like this.
Yeah.
They can get the 3 ball going, and they can make it some type of game. And McKinley Campbell misses the shot. Henry with a convoluted rebound goes to the Mounties. Freeland now gets the double. 3 up again. The Mounties are launching them as Madison Campbell gets the rebound.
They opened it up. I mean, they spent the first quarter driving to the basket. Now they're packing it in a little bit, and they're getting opportunities for that 3.
And honestly, a three-pointer, when you look at percentage-wise, you're going to make a layup at a higher percentage than you are a three-pointer every time, no matter who you are.
Even if you're in the NBA.
Exactly, yeah. Steph Curry. Well, hey, we don't got to get on the unk ladder here doing the step stool. This league, too many threes. I like watching it, honestly. As Madison Campbell misses the first free throw, someone asked me today, they said, is there any more NBA fans left? I said, you're looking at one right here. I like the NBA, but I can see it trickling down to high school very, very quickly, which I don't like as much.
NIL.
It's coming. It's already legalized in Florida, so it's on its way. As any of us do not want to admit it. As that one goes to the other side, inside for 2, and one opportunity. Jaden James will go inside for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Easy baskets usually happen from great passes, and Taylor Christman made a great pass right there to give her that easy lay-in.
When you can thread the needle like that and get that open of a look, it is pretty much a high percentage when you get that pass.
And that's your grandpa's 3-point play right there.
Yeah, it is. McKinley Campbell with the ball. The 1-3-1 zone still effective. It's really altered some of the scoring and the pace from the Lady Wildcats, something they need to do a better job of is playing against zones. Madison Campbell, one of the ways you beat a zone, you shoot them out of it. Madison Campbell knocks down the 3. She's got 11, leading all scorers here in this ball game so far.
Gracie Davenport in for the Wildcats now.
That's a shooter as well.
Yep.
That is a very solid shooter for the Wildcats on the bench. Another very solid shooter right there, Alicia Freeland. Knocks it down. Haney inside for 2. Doesn't get it. Rebounds her own. Puts it back up and is fouled on the play. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Again, I'll give the confidence on her that you can see grow. Last year, she's going to get that rebound. She's going to pass that ball out away from the basket. And she took that up like a big girl right there.
The personnel has definitely changed for the Wildcats in terms of roles and aggressiveness from pretty much everyone. Madison Campbell last year, she averaged about 7.7 rebounds per game, and that was her role. She did her role. Defensively, she averaged 3 steals per game. She was that player for the Lady Wildcats. She has now grown to about a 13 points per game scorer, still got the 7 rebounds per game, but she has just grown in her attempts as well because of the vacuum that Delaney Roller left for scoring. Yeah, we forget about her. We got to mention her.
Yeah, D-Roll.
1 year removed from Delaney Roller. The first season Lady Wildcats playing without her in 3 years.
We didn't even have her a full 4, but it felt like she was there 10 years.
Yes. She was party to 2 conference championships for the Lady Wildcats. The first one with Patience McDaniel, Kaylin Coons. The second one with Patience McDaniel, Galatia Andrew, that group. Very good groups for the Lady Wildcats. This one about to be a 5-second count.
Gotta have it.
And there it is.
Coach was asking for it over there.
I
felt like I counted to 10.
I think he was doing 1 Mississippi.
Yeah, and given the capital.
Yeah. As the Wildcats will have it up by 14, 29-15. 4:20 left to go in the half.
Caden Harris back in for the Mounties right here. We're sticking with our same 5 right here.
You've only seen Coach Jenkins go 2 deep so far. She's only played 7 players. But when you don't have foul trouble so far, it's not a concern to go deep. You want to get as many reps as possible for your starting players if you can. Inside, McKinley Campbell goes up for 2, cannot get it. Owens inside, and she doesn't want to play a post player. She's too skilled to play a post player,
right.
But she's tall enough to do so.
She's going to have to for us, at least some, isn't she?
Exactly.
But
hey,
hey,
talk about a post player. Jasmine Rojas about to come in for the Lady Wildcats.
Yeah, here it comes.
That's a key. If they can get her rolling, that could help us against teams like Fayetteville, Northside, multiple teams like that.
McKinley on the other end with that left hand, too. You love to see if she gets both hands working.
Yeah. Finishes a lot with her left. I don't know if you call it ambidextrous, but she likes challenging herself with trying those left-handed shots. She goes inside for 2, gets it to fall, and McKinley Campbell, I mean, that was a blur.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Well, they
even
got
saw
one
it.
thing to say when that happens. Usually it's dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Sports Center top 10. McKinley Campbell, she's definitely got some moments. And you talk about a moment, too. A game against North Little Rock, Maya Haney hits the game-tying shot to send it to overtime. One of the best moments I've seen in Lady Wildcat history. I've been here for 7 years. This is a good personnel, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
You remember that game, too. You called it as
I
well.
do. I think I was there.
Rojas will come into the game replacing Madison Campbell. So now you've got Haney, Owens, and Jasmine Rojas. 3 forwards, technically Rojas is center, but 3 taller players. So a different look for this Wildcat team.
And we'll see what happens right here. Are we going to slow it down now? Are we going to try and get into some setup offensive plays that involve her on our press? Are we going to back up? Or
yeah. With the 2-2-1, it's effective to put Rojas in the back of it to get a rim presence. Now you see them shift. Rogers has shifted into more of a 3-2 look. Actually, they have really junked up this game with zone defense. Has been pretty effective to hold this Wildcat team to a lower scoring number than usual. Haney inside for 2, gets it to fall. Maya Haney with the big girl finish.
And that's what the 3-2 zone gives you right there. You catch the low post guy being lazy. She makes that backdoor cut, gets a good pass. That's an easy basket, and one.
And like you said, it's going to be interesting to see how the Wildcats come out on defense. Now, they will determine what happens with the free throw. That will determine their defense. Haney sinks it, and the Wildcats drop back.
Yeah, they're going to pick up at half court right here, it looks like.
You can see McKinley Campbell
Man to man.
pretty much itching at half court. She's ready to put on some pressure.
She wants another layup.
Yes. If they could dunk, there'd be a lot of breakaway dunks with this team. Gracie Davenport gets in on the steal fun. The steal extravaganza is what we'll call it, I guess. Owens driving up top, getting pushed out to about the half-court line. Gets into McKinley Campbell, wide open, mid-range jumper. Takes it, doesn't go. Haney had the rebound, just kind of went under it. That one back tip by McKinley Campbell. She saves it. Basically running a track meet. She falls down as well, but she is okay to come back.
Yeah, I don't know what she did over here. It looked like a dolphin dive.
Yes. But as welcome to the track meet, I guess. And the ball went back, and now we're Mounties ball again. Speaking of track meet, McKinley Campbell, a track star as well for the Lady Wildcats. Her and Madison Campbell running in, I know nothing about track, but running in state.
Running.
They were running. I know
Or jumping
nothing.
would be my guess.
No, they were running.
All right.
They were. I think it's the relay. I think
All
they
right.
did the relay. As Davenport from 3, rims out, no good. Coming the other way are the Mounties. Against Davenport, going inside, now pulls back out for 3. Short on the play, Rojas gets the rebound, and Owens will bring it across for the Lady Wildcats.
I like Gracie. She's 0 for 2 right there, but she's had open shots, and she takes them. I hope she
Haney,
keeps doing it.
Wide open 3. Rims out, Owens another rebound, playing her role to perfection. Haney misses another shot, and the Mounties will bring it the other way. Sends it over, and the three-point line has been the Mounties' go-to here in this game. They tried, like you said, in the first quarter to get inside. Not much prevail, so they have stayed kind of exclusive three-point line here in the second.
Plus, having Breland back in there helps with that.
Yes. Campbell. She has Owens. She gets it to Owens. And is that Tom Brady or is that McKinley Campbell?
Yeah.
That pass on point.
Jerry Rice with the catch and the finish. I think Brooklyn Owens, I'll tell you, one of the things I noticed about her in the tournament, when we need a little bit of nasty, when we need some attitude, she's glad to bring it.
Yes. Owens going to get another layup in transition off a steal from the Lady Wildcats. She's got 13 here to start in the first half. If you can do math, that puts her on pace for 26.
Well, and let's talk about her crossing the 1,000-point mark during the NWA Classic. So she's not new to this scoring thing.
No, that has never been a weak point in her game. And now something you've seen really added to her game is she has become a defender in this Wildcat offense with her length. She is vital to how this Wildcat defense likes to play.
That's what I kind of meant about our nasty. Just, she brings a little chip on her shoulder.
Exactly, and this is a good start for the Lady Wildcats, 40-15. That is a 25-point advantage going into the halftime. We're going to take a halftime with them. We'll be right back here. Springdale Athletic Foundation, proud to bring you Lady Wildcat basketball, third quarter coming up. We'll be right back.
I'm Jason Jones, principal at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I am Paul Gree, principal at Har-Ber High School. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale School Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Hi, I'm Mary Jordan. Springdale Public Schools is launching a free weekly podcast called Springdale Today, which will feature news relevant to Springdale families. Springdale Today will feature educational news, district staff and students, as well as influential members of the Springdale community. I hope you'll join us as the free Springdale Today podcast premieres Wednesday, September 11th at noon on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. I look forward to chatting with you more about what's happening in Springdale today.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Try the 3-and-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Joe and Larry here with Sam's Furniture. We just wanted to thank you for your business and to let you know that your purchase helps serve so many people.
That's right. The culture here at Sam's is to love and serve others in our community and around the globe. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many organizations we partner with.
You enable us to invest in our children, teachers, veterans, development in Africa, and distributing wheelchairs to those in need around the world. You are a part of this. So from the Sam's Furniture family to yours,
thank you.
My name is Eric Burnett. I am the Assistant Athletic Director for the Springdale School District. I am so grateful for your donations to the Fuel and Feet program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Chris Wood, Assistant Athletic Director of the Springdale School District. It's because of the generosity of people like you, we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feet program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Goodbye, guessing. Hello, confidence. So long, stress. Hello, security. Farewell, running to the bank. Hello, banking from anywhere. Get a quick view of your balance, block lost debit cards, and quickly deposit checks anywhere, anytime with the highly rated Arvest Go mobile app from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Hello and welcome. My name is Donald Tucker. In an effort to continue to provide for our students and connect families across the country, this year we are taking our efforts to a whole new level. Our commitment to the district's children is unwavering. We believe that athletics plays a vital role in the personal growth, character development, and overall well-being. That's why we need your help today. By partnering with us, you become an integral part our journey to empower and uplift these young athletes. Visit our website, www.springdaleathleticfoundation.org, where you can find out more information about our organization, our impact, and how you can help support. So I invite you to stand with us, partner with the Springdale Athletic Foundation, and be a part of something truly special. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of our district kids and ensure that Springdale sports continues to set the standards in athletics across the state.
Shot on the way, and good!
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
What's the only thing better than ordering your Whataburger favorites right on your phone? Earning free Whataburger while doing it. Download the Whataburger app to get started, just like you like it.
I'm Don Strubing. It's because of the generosity of people like you we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feet program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Zach Arns, a voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feet program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students.
Welcome back. Second half action here in Mountie Arena. The Lady Wildcats up 40-15, a 25-point advantage going into the third quarter, and they've got the ball to
Yep,
start.
and here we are with our regular starting five right here, so we'll see if we're going to keep the heat on. But I'm assuming, I mean, they clawed their way back in the first part of that second quarter, so I'm assuming we're going to stay on them.
But like you said, going into halftime, Wildcats adjusted kind of to the zone, got more comfortable in it. It's going to take them probably about another 2 minutes to get re-comfortable in it, and then we'll see how it goes from there.
Little turnover for the Wildcats.
And tell us a little bit about that first half if someone's just now joining us.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of action. The Wildcat defense and pressures got Rogers shook a little bit at moments in the game, and then there's moments when they look like they can handle it. Like right there, that's a great aggressive drive by Jaden James right there. They're not scared.
No, and when you take it at a body like that on a drive, you're making the defender make the decision. If you make the defender go straight up, you have a chance. You make them go down like that one, you're going to the free throw line. That's the best position you can put a guard like Madison Campbell in. And that's a smart move. That's just a smart move. That's a, let's see, what is that? That's a sophomore making that move.
Wow. We got Brooklyn run out of the line here, and I thought, whoa, we're already subbing. But nope, she's just getting an earful.
Well, that's something that is always accustomed to. That's a Lady Wildcat tradition.
Used to be called coaching.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's not called that as much anymore. As that one goes to Madison Campbell, trying to get inside the zone. They do. Owens, fadeaway jumper, cannot go. But that is a luxury of having a high release point as a shooter. You can rise up, still be comfortable to release with the arm work, and that can beat a zone by itself.
Yeah, you love a post that can play like a center. That's a great shot right there by Chrisman.
Mountie is showing some early aggression here so far. MacArthur giving back to Owens. Owens all the way across to Haney. Mid-range jumper up McKinley Campbell. You have her take a step back, that's a three, but they'll take the two, will the Wildcats.
Nah, that's her shot. I like that little 15-foot jumper for her.
Agreed. That gets inside. Solace. Back out three. They're launching right now are the Mounties. Going up for two, no good. MacArthur, and you saw with that action, they sent two down to rebound, and they knew they were taking a three on that side.
Yeah, McKinley pushed on the drive right there. I'm surprised that one's on the floor, but it is going to be on the floor. Wildcat throw-ins, 6:19 left to play here in the third.
We're going to get a baseline out of bounds again for the Lady Wildcats. They went in a box set last time. They get it inside to McKinley Campbell, now to Owens. Owens right side to work with, back to Haney, who gets it out, tip pass. McKinley Campbell three, no good. And that rebound, not corralled by anyone, but will stay with the Lady Wildcats on the other side, so they'll get to switch it up a little.
Love that ball movement by the Wildcats right there. That was a great extra pass. Maya would have had an easy shot there.
Ooh, the fake handoff, Madison Campbell, and some contact there, but not called. We'll go the other way. The Mounties with it.
I like her. She puts that smile on and ran down the court. She's not down there crying about it.
And those smiles aren't a happy smile. Those are, oh.
I got you.
I'm ready to go. As MacArthur will pick up the foul, and her smiles, they're a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Her smiles are, I'm ready to go directly at you, and also, I just love the sport of basketball.
Yeah.
When you just talk to her, you just see the love for the game, and that's something that high school, it's getting a little more lost in, just the love for it. But, I mean, you see a lot of our Springdale Public Schools athletes, and you can just tell the love is there. As Haney now with the ball gets it up to Madison Campbell. She'll push, has her sister on the left wing. Now driving inside, back out Owens, has MacArthur in the corner, passes the other way to Haney. Haney back out McKinley Campbell, I should say. Inside for two, left hand, layup, good.
Love that. I mean, you shoot it with that left hand and you use your body as a shield right there. That's a great play right there by the sophomore.
And you get maybe one little more inch up from that Mountie, and that's an and one. So that is a good play, like you said, using the body to embrace contact more so than shying away from contact, which is what you want.
Yeah, Wildcats doing a good job on defense there. Out of bounds play.
Going inside for two, gets it to fall, and that is a strong finish again from Chrisman. a 11th grader, so she'll be back next year. That's two good players in Jaden James and Chrisman who are going to be returners for this Mountie team.
They don't have a whole lot of seniors on the roster, so they're going to have a lot of returners.
Very youthful roster. Gets it over. Back over to going inside, Chrisman. Rebounded by Owens. She has MacArthur in stride for two. Gets it to fall. Jasmine MacArthur. You just leak out and you'll find one of them.
Yeah, just like that, we're back up to 28 points. That Wildcat pressure still showing itself right here in the third.
And really, I don't see them coming out of that for a bit. Ball going down to the left side, trying to get it in. Owens with the steal, advancing to MacArthur again. And the exact same play goes down for the Lady Wildcats, and now a 30-point advantage, 50-20. And if you don't know the rules of the AAA, let me enlighten you a little bit. You go into the fourth quarter. At any point in the fourth quarter, when you have a 30-point lead as a team, it is a sportsmanship rule, and the clock will continue to run no matter the consequence.
Timeouts and quarters.
Yes, timeouts and quarters, yes. McKinley Campbell inside, gets it to fall again, and now a 32-point advantage. Coach Early will call the full timeout as we have 3:38 left to go in the third quarter. Lady Wildcats leading by 32. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Food that is fresh, full of flavor, and all for a good cause can only come from Tacos for Life in Springdale. Enjoy delicious tacos for a cause. When you buy a meal, Tacos for Life donates the proceeds to provide a meal to starving children. Download the Tacos for Life app for ongoing promotions and free food for our friends right here in Springdale. Great food for a great cause. Tacos for Life, 1210 JTL Parkway in Springdale.
Welcome back to third quarter action. 3:38 left to go in the first quarter. I'm Connor Jenkins. Alongside me, Mr. Park. Thank you so much for joining us here today. It's such a luxury to be able to commentate with you and breathe the same air as you.
Hey, easy to get me out when good things are happening over here for the Wildcats. I mean, this girls and boys program, worth coming out and seeing. If you're at home and you haven't seen them live yet, you need to get on out here.
Or stay on our live stream and we'll bring you all coverage. As we've got the game coming up, the men's Wildcat team will take on the Rogers Mounties. As Cortland Muldrew walks by us, that is the star guard for this Wildcat team. He is committed to the University of Washington, and he is just, he's a scorer. He does it with the best of them in our state and in the nation.
You can always tell, you know, you've been around the gyms as much as you and me have. You can always tell those kids that stand out a little bit more than some of the others, and he's one of those kids.
He is a star. As Jasmine MacArthur going inside, gets the contact and gets the bucket. A strong finish for Jasmine MacArthur. Inside, she's got 10. That is 4 Lady Wildcats in double digits of the starting lineup. And the Maya Haney, the only one not in double digits, has 5.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
And again, she's playing her role. She's not being asked to score right now because we're getting all these steals and layups. But
to your point, she's got 5 points, and she is, that's not even her role. She's just doing that that's an added bonus.
Yeah, and she's missed a couple of shots, or she'd be right up there with them.
Agreed. As that one in for MacArthur for the old-fashioned three-point play. 55-22, 33-point advantage for the Lady Wildcats with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the third. Going inside, James up for 2. A late call, but that one going against MacArthur for the block. Jasmine MacArthur will pick up her third.
That one was late. I mean, we had the ball and we're headed the other way before we heard that whistle.
But the call is made. Gracie Davenport set to check in for MacArthur. MacArthur, she kind of picked up, like I said earlier, a Patience McDaniel role. She likes to take charges. She likes to. And she thought she was in position there, but the referees did not agree, and those are the ones that make the decisions.
Right. Sometimes you got to know time and circumstance, though.
Exactly.
That right there is her third personal, and so she's going to hear that buzzer and get to take a little break.
That's exactly a very key thing when thinking about how to draw those fouls. Yes, they can be very crucial to changing momentum and can be very helpful in fouling out the other team's players, but they can also put you in trouble if you don't get the call.
That's
right.
right.
It's 50-50 ultimately, no matter what it is. It's ref discretion. And that one's stolen away from Davenport, the sophomore guard, as that one inside for two. Cannot get it to fall. Madison Campbell, she's got options. 3-on-1, Maya Haney fakes it inside for two and in. Well, we said she's not in double digits. Well, we might have spoke a little too soon. She's got 7 as 57-24. Another timeout called by Rogers, and it's a full. We'll take a full timeout with them. We'll be right back here on the Springdale Athletic Foundation Television Network. We'll be right back.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Welcome back to Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. The Wildcats have not come out of the timeout as they are instructed to. And the referee is saying, let's go to work. Mounties set up. They've got 2 up front, 3 back, flat. Lady Wildcats will come out with Henry, the Campbell twins, Owens, and Davenport.
Haney getting a little break, and Gracie staying out there.
Davenport in for MacArthur with her 3 fouls. But you got to save her potentially for later game if this does become a little more competitive than it has been. That foul called on
Har-Ber foul number 24.
Ayani Henry.
Her third.
That's her third.
Team's fourth.
Team's fourth right there. Would be free throws here on the next one. 2:21 left to play here in the third.
What do you think about that new rule? It got implemented, I think, a year or 2 ago with the 5 fouls automatic 2. What do you think about that?
This is our second year,
Yes,
and I
second.
actually like it.
I do
It
too.
took me a while to kind of figure it out, but I'm used to it, and yes, it makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, basically removing the 1-and-1, where you would have 7 fouls, 1-and-1, 10 fouls, automatic 2. Now it's a really deter against foul trouble for teams because, 5 fouls are automatically. That's
Right.
a major switch.
That's
from
me.
10.
I think the coaches have to love it because it's going to
Yes.
save some of those little touch fouls and slap fouls.
It also alters some practice because you got to practice a little more free throws than you probably did beforehand.
Right.
Madison Campbell in the corner. Another major addition to our league was the shot clock a few years ago, and that has, no matter how you see it, good or bad, it has changed the game as we see it. McKinley Campbell with the steal.
Especially when you have the lead.
Yes. Brooklyn Owens 3 from the corner, and the Wildcats really not having the best of shooting nights from outside, but still with the advantage. Madison Campbell rims out. See, it's just not falling as much as they would like it to here tonight. They
I
still
thought she
have
was going to
57.
give you the stink eye right there after she made that one. It was halfway down and came out.
And that's some of the shots that we've seen here tonight for the Wildcats. Just gimmies that look like they're going directly in, and that's 4 personals now on Ayani Henry. Maya Haney automatically to the scores table, and I can already predict where she's coming into.
And again, she hasn't had a whole lot of minutes right here tonight. And the reason she doesn't have them is because she's picked up 4 personal fouls in her 5 minutes she's played.
Jasmine Rojas has got limited minutes tonight as well. She's a matchup kind of player. You want to play her in the right type of situations, kind of how Coach Jenkins views Presley Hudson as well, sophomore guard.
Right.
And that's kind of a luxury you have a little bit with this bench and with this team. You have matchup personnel that you can kind of switch up a little bit.
Yeah, and she'll be a zone beater because she gives us a little size inside the paint.
And she has
there.
a jump shot.
Yes.
Which you give size and jump shot, that's a good remedy to mess a lot of things up. But she changes our defense a little, Rojas, and that's a good thing in certain games, and just some games it just doesn't need to happen.
Right.
So that's why it's such a matchup.
Come on, Grace.
Heavy thing. Maya Haney with another rebound. Back out Owens, trailing McKinley Campbell. Downside Haney, and Haney had it, got a little too excited.
I'd like to
take
see
that
her
one.
compose herself right there and lead with the body and take that shot instead of kicking it out.
He had 2 around her, but if you know Maya Haney, 2 defenders doesn't mean much.
Yeah. The IQ, it tells you should pass it if you're double teamed, but
And that one called a jump ball. The possession arrow will favor the Mounties. That'll stay on the baseline. 35.7 left to go in the third quarter. Still a 31-point lead, so we will, unless things change, go into the fourth quarter with a running clock due to the sportsmanship rule. Ball trying to be entered. McKinley Campbell with the interception. College football playoffs, McKinley Campbell making her case to be in them. As she gets the layup to fall, she's got, they don't got her on the board. I think she's got 15. As she gets another steal in a
Good
split
pass.
second. Haney inside for 2 and gets it to fall. She's got 9, and this is an opportunity for the Wildcats. They can get all 5 starters in double digits.
Yeah,
with
we're
this free
close to
throw.
that right there.
This free throw is a determiner. That's not a word, is it? Close.
Yeah,
It's
I knew
close.
what you were saying. Everybody else out there, sorry. We'll get him back in school.
I'm in school right now. That's the problem. Owens inside for 2, another and 1 opportunity, and Owens will go to the line. So what it was a 3-point play opportunity now turns into
a 6-point opportunity.
Yeah, well, the missed free throw, so I guess 5. But you love to see it. Could have been 6. You're right. As that one falls, and that was 5 points in less than maybe 5 seconds for the Wildcats.
And that explains Lady Wildcat basketball this year.
That is a very good explanation. 64-26, 3 hoisted up and short. Maya Henny with another rebound. She hoisted up.
She's going for it.
She went for it. She wanted the glory. But, hey, if you know huddle, that's a missed shot attempt right there.
Here we go.
for
Fourth
Maya
quarter,
Haney.
we're going to start it off with the mercy rule.
64-26. I like to call it the sportsmanship rule. It just sounds nicer.
Perfect.
As we go into the fourth, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I'm Cassie Lloyd, the head volleyball coach at Har-Ber High School, and without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Brandy Davis, girls basketball coach at Central Junior High. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feet program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your generosity.
Welcome back, and we're hearing, I think this is Aretha Franklin, right? Ain't no
good
mountain
call.
high enough.
Good
Hey,
call.
I might be a youngster, but I know some stuff. As that was a good little pep in our step after the break. We were dancing. I saw you do the cha-cha, was it? I don't know.
Just a little, shoulder movement.
As Presley Hudson gives it inside to Haney. She'll be the only starter left out there for the Wildcats here in the fourth with the running clock. Gets it back inside. Rojas, hook shot, no good. Could have been tipped. As coming the other way are the Mounties. They've got, I think that is their starting 5, except for the exception of Solace. Very close to it. Against Maya Haney, going inside, tipped away. Ball on the ground, that's a 50-50. And Maya Haney says, 50-50? No, I'm getting on the ground.
Wildcat basketball.
Oh, no. That was there with the Mounties. They got it out of the quarter.
Wow, I was looking at the arrow.
Yeah, they didn't switch it. They got it out of the
Ah.
quarter, so it'll go back to the Mounties. They got the last jump ball. The Wildcats got the quarter. Goes back inside. Freeland, fadeaway jumper, good. She's got a good little game to her.
Yeah, and like you said, she'll take the contact and get that pretty little floater off.
Maya Haney going inside, trying to get double digits, does so, and all 5 starters for the Lady Wildcats with double digits.
And again, I love to see her taking that shot instead of kicking that out. That's big time, Maya.
McKinley Campbell leading all scorers in this game with 20. She sits on the bench. Not expected to return here in the fourth quarter unless we see some miraculous stuff happen. Davenport gives over to Presley Hudson. This is all the Wildcats have to offer, and personnel-wise, everyone has come off the bench. Davenport hits the 3, and you like to see it, even though these are not the most quality of minutes as you have this lead. It's still building block minutes.
Hey, making a 3 right here in front of a packed Mountie crowd during the game, it doesn't
Yes.
matter who's in there.
Agreed.
That feels good.
As the Mounties will bring the ball across the timeline. Wildcats in man. Up top, pulling it back out, resetting the offense. Looking kind of down low. They're posting up Haney on the block. That three up and good for the Mounties.
3-point basket, number 20,
Caden Harris.
Kaylin Harris for the three. Davenport inside for two. Turnaround jumper short as she is trying to get her own rebound, but it will stay with the Mounties. You see Madison Campbell set to check back in for the Lady Wildcats.
Hey, I know we missed that shot right there, but I want to point out, Maya Haney, that was an amazing pass.
It was. Maya Haney, very versatile forward for this Wildcat team. That one tipped out of bounds. Will stay with the Wildcats. Pair of substitutions here for both teams. That'll be number 30, Kinley Weaver, who will come in for the Rogers Mounties. Maya Haney will sit. Madison Campbell will come in for the Wildcats.
I think that's 33. I do believe that Lily Wilkie.
33. Okay. Can't see as much as I used to. Back over Madison Campbell, three, up three, short on the play. She tips away the rebound, but it goes to a Mountie and will come the other way. Edie Baker had the ball. I'm seeing these numbers.
Little 3-2 zone right here for the Wildcats.
Just trying it out, see how it works. Like we said, a matchup. The Wildcats are versatile on every end, so they have to be able to switch with certain personnel in the game. That one scored for Johnson. 69-33, 36-point advantage for the Wildcats. Rojas inside for two is fouled on the play. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
It's really what I want to see out of her out of these minutes right here. That was a good high catch right there. She took a little back step and took it right to the hole confident. I like that shot.
I would have to agree with you on that one. Rojas makes the first free throw. She gets her first points of the ball game.
At the line with one more free throw.
Running clock, so free throws are the killer in these kind of games. They drain the clock ultimately. 2 points there for Rojas at the line. She gets in the scorebook with the pair. Three hoisted up. No good, no rim. Madison Campbell with the rebound. Ione Henry set to check in at the next break.
That three-pointer was from P. Ridge.
It definitely was. Back out. Going inside. And tipped off the hands of a Mountie, and that will stay with the Wildcats.
It's the right idea right there. I mean, that by Cameron right there. I mean, she made a little drive, got the defense to come to her, and made a great pass there. Just couldn't get a handle on it right there.
Yeah. Wyrick. Cameron Wyrick, the sophomore. I guess you could call her a guard-forward matchup. Presley Hudson, three-pointer, bank shot, good.
That shot brought to you by Arvest Banking.
It was McClarty, Daniel, Arvest, all of them. They brought the bank shot right there. Oh, I see exactly what you did. That's good. That was good. You know how long that took me to catch that?
Hey, not real long. I didn't have to draw you a picture.
Well, that's better than usual. Driving baseline, going up for two. Didn't have much sense of awareness where she was. It was a good attempt, good drive.
Perez Vega, I mean, it really was a nice-looking shot.
Davenport. Now to Wyrick. She'll dribble into her jump shot. No good. Tipped out of bounds, and that will go Mountie way. 2:07 left to play in the fourth quarter. 74-33. That is a 41-point advantage for the Lady Wildcats here to open up conference play.
I'm not going to tell everybody you had to get your calculator out for that one.
Oh, okay. But you did. I didn't. I'm just looking up YouTube. I have to watch the Springdale game. That's a very good game. If you like Springdale basketball, Springdale girls playing Northside girls, two of the top teams in the conference from last year. That's the 4 seed of the Springdale girls playing the 1 seed of the Northside girls from last year. Very, very good teams. I'm a fan of basketball.
Hey, let's talk about Springdale winning that big-time tournament over the break right there.
Yes.
That was big time in Little Rock.
Yes, they beat a Duke commit to get to the championship.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's a major tournament.
The Cotton something,
yes.
Isn't it? Cottonwood Classic?
Something like that. It was major win. Like, it put them on the map nationally.
Yeah. Presley Hudson with a little reach-in foul right there. Can't take fouls home with you.
No, you got to get them here while you can. I did talk to Coach Price before that game, and I just said, hey, good luck. And he called me the one thing that I always wanted to be called, no one will. He said, thanks, CJ. He knows that. He knows I love it. I like having relationships with coaches. Those are the best, and our coaches in our district are some of the best there is.
That is true.
Rojas.
We're the biggest school district in the state, and I think we're the best.
And the nicest. Rojas gets the rebound, can't get the putback. And coming the other way are the Mounties.
Under 30 seconds now to play.
See Coach Helmkamp, a back-to-back state champion for the Wildcat baseball program.
How great is that to say back-to-back state champion coach,
And with a chance
Helmkamp.
to go 3 in a row as well. They have
Yeah, we got a
very
real
respectable
good
team.
chance.
And Corneliuson, who has gotten both of those, can go for a third. And that will be our ball game after the dead ball. The clock will run 74-33, a 41-point win. And that's not even the biggest number in our game. They scored 74 points and had some shooting struggles at that with the zone. I mean, they figured it out, and really, you could reflect it on the board.
Yeah, and hey, I want to talk about the fourth quarter right here because we put starters in, so we had one starter and 4 role players in there, and they kept that lead, probably pushed it up a couple of points right there. Amazing job by the Wildcat bench tonight.
Yeah, you didn't see a drop-off, and that's something that has been a little bit of a frustration switching from starting lineup to bench, and depth-wise that we talked about coming into it is who will give you those minutes off the bench for the Wildcats. Tonight, they did it by committee, and they did a good job.
Yeah, kept out of foul trouble. Hey, made some shots. Good night for the Lady Wildcats.
And that will do it for our Lady Wildcat coverage, but our men's Wildcat coverage is yet to begin. And we caught a lot of dunks last year. Ooh, I've got some new ones. I've cooked up some stuff in the lab. We're ready to go. Marley, give me one, please.
Yeah.
As we get into the action after we take a quick commercial break, I'm itching for it.
Me too. I'll tell you, one of my highlights is watching the Wood kid.
Yes,
I mean, he's
Hayden
just taking
Wood.
over. Last year, we saw him get excited, his first dunk. I remember Mama down there going crazy on it, and we were too. But now he does it with ease.
Now he's got trampolines in his shoes, and I don't know how. You watch him last year to this year, the progression of athleticism, his overall body, and just, I mean, it's a different kid. And his aggressiveness, too, on the offensive end has changed completely. He is a different Hayden Wood, but he's different for the better for this Wildcat team. And that's exactly what you want to see. Jackson Conley leaves, goes over to Springdale, and that just opens up a vacuum for Hayden Wood to say, hey, my time.
Right.
And he really hasn't had that opportunity. He's been the third star on every Wildcat team he's been a part of. First year, Nate Kingsbury was the second after Jackson Conley, and then Muldrew and Conley, then him. Now he's second, or he's really 1B.
Yeah.
It's 1A,
I mean,
1B.
And I really feel like a C. Marley, as a sophomore, is playing
100%
some good basketball.
Yes.
When they figure out how to do this thing together, they're going to make a long run.
It is going to be a long run. It's going to be a long season. It won't end shortly, I can tell you that one. As we will be back for men's basketball action, the Wildcats playing against the Mounties in the conference opener here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. We'll be right back.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I'm Jared Park. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Hi, my name is Brett Hobbs. I'm the head football coach at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Har-Ber's. Hometown fresh.
Sometimes a dream car has nothing to do with horsepower or performance.
My dream car is the one that gets me to my job every day. The one that lets me help a friend in need.
I didn't think I had the credit.
My credit score wasn't that good.
But Car-Mart believed in me.
They believed in me. My dream car? A 2016 Nissan Sentra. What's yours?
America's Car-Mart. You keep the dream, and we'll keep you on the road.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Har-Ber Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas, with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
I'm Jason Jones, principal at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I am Paul Gray, principal at Har-Ber High School. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale School Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Hi, I'm Mary Jordan. Springdale Public Schools is launching a free weekly podcast called Springdale Today, which will feature news relevant to Springdale families. Springdale Today will feature educational news, district staff and students, as well as influential members of the Springdale community. I hope you'll join us as the free Springdale Today podcast premieres Wednesday, September 11th at noon on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. I look forward to chatting with you more about what's happening in Springdale today.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Try the 3-and-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Joe and Larry here with Sam's Furniture. We just wanted to thank you for your business and to let you know that your purchase helps serve so many people.
That's right. The culture here at Sam's is to love and serve others in our community and around the globe. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many organizations we partner with.
You enable us to invest in our children, teachers, veterans, development in Africa, and distributing wheelchairs to those in need around the world. You are a part of this. So from the Sam's Furniture family to yours,
thank you.
Hello and welcome. My name is Donald Tucker. In an effort to continue to provide for our students and connect families across the country, this year we are taking our efforts to a whole new level. Our commitment to the district's children is unwavering. We believe that athletics plays a vital role in the personal growth, character development, and overall well-being. That's why we need your help today. By partnering with us, you become an integral part our journey to empower and uplift these young athletes. Visit our website, www.springdaleathleticfoundation.org, where you can find out more information about our organization, our impact, and how you can help support. So I invite you to stand with us, partner with the Springdale Athletic Foundation, and be a part of something truly special. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of our district kids and ensure that Springdale sports continues to set the standards in athletics across the state.
Shot on the way, and good!
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
What's the only thing better than ordering your Whataburger favorites right on your phone? Earning free Whataburger while doing it. Download the Whataburger app to get started, just like you like it.
I'm Don Strubing. It's because of the generosity of people like you we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feed program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Zach Arns. I'm voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feed program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Food that is fresh, full of flavor, and all for a good cause can only come from Tacos for Life in Springdale. Enjoy delicious tacos for a cause.
Welcome to Game 2 of our doubleheader here today. The Springdale Athletic Foundation proud to bring you men's basketball of the Wildcats. They take on the Mounties here today. This Mountie team, different look than they were last year. New coaching staff, new players and personnel, and really, it's a new game for this Mountie team.
Yeah, I mean, well, everything's new right here as the conference kicks off right here. So they're going to learn a lot playing against the Wildcats here tonight about themselves. And I hope we learn a lot about our Wildcat team. If they can get this chemistry thing figured out, this team is going to be fun to watch.
Braxton Lindsay, one of the main returners for this Rogers Mounties team. Very good football player. It translates to basketball. He's a bruiser down low. I remember him his freshman year would have been my senior that year with Jake Fondopoulos as Morley from the corner. He's wearing he's wearing 0 this year. It's different. as he knocks down the basket. But I remember him, he went at you. That's how he plays. As that one's stolen away, Marley in transition. I've got some dunks ready to go, some catchphrases.
I hope you get to use them.
I do too. Deep three, no good from Muldrew. That one stolen away by Muldrew. Now Ari goes up Marley for two, and he's got the first 5 for the Wildcat team. A very, very quick timeout from Coach Farrell and the Rogers Mounties. We'll stay right here as it's very quick into it.
Good, I'd like to, because I'll tell you right there, again, part of us is going to be chemistry. I love it. Muldrew had about a 12-footer right there, and he could have shot that, but he knew Mar was coming for that layup, and so he dished it off. So I love that play right there by Court to start off the ball game.
You see that play as well, and might go unnoticed because it was a little bang-bang kind of play, but Muldrew gets the steal, gets it to Wood, gets it to Jabari Washington, gets it to Marley. You get 4 of your starters to touch the ball and you score. That's a good play.
4 touches from half court on a fast break. Yeah, the Wildcats will take that all night long.
Yes. That's Jones with the ball, the full court pressure, the 1-2-2, broken easily. Well, not then. That goes up to Muldrew. Dipsy-doo, dunkaroo, Cortland Muldrew. That's from last year. I had to reuse that one again. I got some good comments on it, and some bad ones. People thought I was very old. That one going up top. Bari Washington tips it away. Now inside, Lindsey. He gets his own rebound. Puts it back up for 2, and he's a bruiser.
Yep.
There's nothing more to say. He will go inside and work.
Yeah, that size around him didn't intimidate him there. That's a big-time shot.
Oh, I've got more dunks ready to go. 3-2 zone. Wood pulls up at the top. Good. 10-2 as we start out our game, and that's how you beat a zone easily.
Yep.
You pull up, you shoot it, and you say, hey, come guard me, or I'm going to have 50.
And the Wildcats, 100% from the three-point line, so that's going to do well for them.
Jones now with the ball against Muldrew, driving, has a left side to work. 1-3-1 zone right now from the Wildcats. That 3 up and good. That one good from Massey. I don't even know if I have him on the roster that I was given.
Well, that you weren't given.
Yes, Massey, number 21. Muldrew hits the 3. He's got 5. Marley with 5 and Wood with 3. The three-headed monster of the Wildcats starting off strong.
Three-headed monster, all with a 3.
Yes. As that one given back up, and this is going to be something, the length of the Wildcats can be a very deterring factor and can keep you up on the perimeter. Can you beat them from the perimeter is the question. Lindsey inside for 2. That's a big grown man move from Braxton Lindsey.
Yeah, on Bledsoe, who usually is great position, usually got his feet in the right spot, but that was a quick little spin move right there to get an easy basket.
Lindsey, the junior for this Mounties team. Wood all the way to Marley, goes inside, knocks down a player in the process, and yes, that is the right call as he was still sliding the foot, trying to take the charge.
Blocking is the call on Rogers number 0, Nate Jones.
Nate Jones will pick up the foul, and they're going to call Marley was in the shooting process, so he'll shoot 2.
We do got 21, Caleb Massey.
Yes. I had read 15 for some reason. Substitution here, that'll be Gus Kraut. Has to be the brother of the Kraut that was a very good player for this Mounties team last year and years previous. Marley with another jumper, or free throw good. He's got 6. 14-7 our score. 3 up from the corner. Rims out, no good. Up and in with the recovery play, and that's Caleb Massey, the junior. And this is, I'm seeing a lot of juniors on here.
Yeah, they seem young. I was noticing that earlier. They got seniors at the top right there, but then beyond that. But they do start, well, not 4, 2 seniors.
Yeah, 2 seniors starting, 3 other ones are young. And you look at this Wildcat team, you've got only 2 seniors on the entire roster that start, and then the rest are either juniors or sophomores. The potential is there for this Wildcat team with the youth. If you get over the youth hump, as we call it, you've got a potential to be dangerous. Ryan Spencer with the early substitution. He'll be the 6th man off the bench for this Wildcat team. As that'll be Taylor Dye brings it across. Now Nate Jones guarded by Muldrew. Back to the corner, Dye. Up top, stolen away by Wood, the length of the Wildcats. Jabari Washington in transition. Wood soaring for two. Doesn't get it. Didn't really get hit. He just got on the motion, didn't have landing. But that'll be a foul called on the Mounties.
You could tell New Hops are ready right there. He was ready to throw downtown right there.
Probably shouldn't be disclosing this one, but I played a pickup game, a bunch of Har-Ber alumni, and Hayden Wood was there. And that dude, every time he went up in the air, I can tell you every one of us got out of the way.
Yeah.
Every other person in that gym said, no.
Well, that's what we better be doing during season of them pickup games.
Yes. Wood, deep three, doesn't get it. Washington tips the rebound. Now Lindsay recovers it, and Jones will bring it across. Jones now to Lindsay. Lindsay gives it back. Jones up three, good. That's Nate Jones with the three-point basket. 2-point game now here in the first period.
Yeah, and you can tell that's part of their game. I believe that's their 5th or 6th three that they've attempted tonight. So you can tell that's going to be part of their try and get over the hump of the speed and the length of the Wildcats is going to be shooting the three.
Muldrew driving inside, gets back out to Wood. Wood, Washington up top. Wood says, nah, I'll take my two.
The Euro step, we love. That's a good-looking drive to the basket.
Yes, and when you take it strong with the decision-making of these seniors, you're going to either get a really good bucket or a very, very good assist. That's how strong our two seniors are for this Wildcat team, as that is Lee who got the rebound. Now up to Jabari Washington. Washington yet to attempt a shot. Wood goes up for two and gets it to fall. And Coach Farrell and the Mounties will call another timeout here early in the first. As we will send it to commercial break, we will be right back here after the break, I should say.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Welcome back to Mountie Arena, 18-12, a 6-point advantage for the men's Wildcat team with 3:03 left to play in the first period. I'm Connor Jenkins, alongside me, Jared Park, bringing you coverage of the Springdale Athletic Foundation's presentation of men's basketball for the Wildcats.
Good quick start right here for the Wildcats, but Rogers battled right back in at the second half of this first quarter right here, and we got a 6-point ball game.
And the Mounties, you look at it, they only have 2 losses in the non-con. They've played lower division teams, but that is a philosophy of coaches. You go against lower divisions, you build confidence, and you come into conference with an elevated ego coming into it. And against a team like the Wildcats, you need as much ego and as much, I guess, moxie as you can to compete against this talented roster.
But some of those were hard losses earlier. I mean, they had to grow up and figure out roles and reestablish Har-Ber Wildcat basketball.
Yes. As going inside for 2, Lindsay, who I can call nothing but the bruiser, will go inside for 2. A 4-point advantage for now the Wildcats. 2:20 left to play in the first period. Now Wood up top, and the Mounties have not been shy to sub in. They've gone 8 deep already, or 9 deep, I should say. As now with the rebound, looking to push, it's Chris Hill. Gives
I'd
it back.
see Marley follow that shot up right there. He could have got that rebound, but it sure looked good from his viewpoint, I bet.
Lindsay back out 3, good. And the Mounties, Gus Prout, will score again, making it a 1-point ball game.
Doesn't feel like a 1-point ball game at this point.
It does not. It is good back and forth here between these two teams, but really the Mounties have had kind of the momentum here in the first period, even though they are down by 1.
Well, they did a good response. They got punched in the mouth there early and got down, and they've responded well.
A versatile 1-3-1 being thrown at the Wildcats, kind of a trapping up top, sending one, and works on that play as Muldrew missed the shot. Lindsay pulls up for 3 and gets it to fall. I didn't think that he had that in his bag. As that timeout called by Coach Deffenbaugh and the men's Wildcat team, 20-18, now a 2-point advantage for the Mounties. What do you think? We're going to stay right here. What do you think is the story of why the Mounties have been able to really punch the Wildcats early.
Yeah, well, it's the three-point shooting right there, and you can tell at least 3-4 kids have the green light to shoot on any.
Yes.
Because I bet they're in double digits on three-point attempts now. And of that, I mean, I bet of their 18 points, I bet 15 of them.
I would
at least
assume.
12.
And I know they've gone to the line and shot a few free throws as well. They've been aggressive. Lindsey been down low. He's got 7. And that has been the story so far, aggression from the Mounties.
Yeah, Lindsey's playing out of his mind. I mean, he looks like a football player, but he plays like a basketball player too.
Oh, he's got some skill. He can take it at you, but he's got skill. And really, you look at it on paper, this is a very skilled roster for the Wildcats. If they can get to clicking from multiple people I've heard, if they just click, then this could be a lethal team. Mulder gives it up to Wood. Wood, the 1-3-1 still present as Lindsey takes a seat, actually. Oh, no, I missed him. He's on the wing. Marley back to Wood, looking for Mulder, gets it to him, driving inside, going up for 2, gets it to fall, and you've got a zone breaker right there.
Yeah.
Drives and elusive finishes will break a zone.
Well, that's it, the elusive finish, because he drew it into a triple team there, and he made that layup look like he's doing drills out in the driveway.
Going inside, back out Lindsey. He has a hot hand, wants to try his hand, and gets it to fall. Braxton Lindsey, who I would have told you coming into this game I didn't think was a shooter, has knocked down 2 in a row. He's got 12 now in this ball game, leading all scorers.
Leading all scorers.
See, a versatile 1-3-1. One comes up, one drops down. It's a trap.
Like to see more ball movement, less dribbling.
Muldrew, deep 3, trying to break it. And that one out of bounds will stay with the Wildcats.
Bledsoe doing Bledsoe things. I mean, he's around every loose ball. You need somebody to dive on the floor, he's there. Hey, it's a 3-point Mountie lead right here.
It is 23-20, and that will be a full timeout. We'll take a full timeout with them. We'll be right back here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I'm Cassie Lloyd, the head volleyball coach at Har-Ber High School, and without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Brandy Davis, girls basketball coach at Central Junior High. Thank you for donating to the Fuel and Feet program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your generosity.
Welcome back. Ball inbounded, and we're right back for the 8 fresh minutes on the second quarter clock. 23-20, Muldrew comes out guarding Lindsey. Interesting matchup there to start. Muldrew wants the assignment of the top scorer in the game with 12 is Lindsey.
Well, I feel like if they put Muldrew on him, he's going to slow him down. And without him, I mean, his 12 points, they're down a lot. So
You hope that, but Lindsey's also a much bigger player and goes inside for 2. Braxton Lindsey hits the and 1 play and will go to the line, and he's just starting very aggressive.
yeah, the Wildcats are going to have to figure that out because they give him much more confidence. And
we can see a 40-pointer. I don't know. I mean, he's on pace. He had 12 in the first quarter, so if you average that out, he's on pace for 48. But on pace is never really a good metric. As you slow down, different things happen.
Wildcats giving up an easy rebound right there just by not doing the little things like blocking out.
Good defense being played by both teams here to start. Just a lot of aggression by both of them in the full courts, which has really led to kind of a competitive game as Muldrew pulls up for 2, gets it to fall, and the Wildcats getting some heartbeat back as Branch defending inside for 2, and then I like the no call there. They let the contact happen. The offense initiated the contact. The defense reacted, and they let it go. Good bucket right there by Chris Hill, Jr. again. Muldrew sends it back. This 1-3-1 send a man is working right now for the Mounties. Has been very irritating for the Wildcats to score it. See Marley on the bench right now for the Wildcats. How will they respond with one of their best scorers there? Muldrew fakes the deep three, carving inside for two, and you might think that's a walk with the with the ground he covered, but that's just length. That is taking long strides.
Taking the right steps at the right time.
Exactly. Three up from Kraut, doesn't go. That will go out of bounds and will come the other way. Kraut hit a three earlier for the Mounties. That was a big momentum shifter. So he just had the hot hand. What do you call that? Heat check. He kind of wanted that one.
See if these Wildcats can cut into this 3-point Mountie lead right here with an easy basket.
You see the pressure being extended as well. You're extending the one of the 1-3-1 up to the half-court line so they feel a body as soon as they come across. Muldrew from downtown. 27-27, a tied ball game here in the second quarter. 5:48 left to play in the half. When you can hit threes like that, it can mess up a game a little bit.
I bet they go back to man after a couple of those.
Exactly. But will Muldrew stay aggressive, and will the Wildcats adjust to that zone? They have not done the best at it so far, but still, 27-27 game, and the Mounties have played a very, very good ball game so far, and the Wildcats are right there.
Yep. And they're getting coached over there in that 1-3-1 that they're going to put two guys, maybe three on him. If he'll drive and penetrate and dish the ball off, unstoppable, this Wildcat team on offense.
Going inside is Kraut, sends it back out Wood, and could we get airtime? Cleared for liftoff is Wood, but he does not go for the dunk. He goes for the layup. A smart play. You don't have to always get the highlights.
That's right.
And he gets the bucket. 29-27. The Wildcats have regained the lead, and this is automatically a full timeout. Coach Farrell has used already his 2:30s. We'll be right back here on the Springdale Athletic Foundation presentation of Har-Ber men's basketball.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected.
Welcome back to Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. I'm Connor Jenkins. Joining alongside me is a very old but young in spirit, Jared Park. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, you seen me with this much hair before?
No.
I got my Christmas vacation hairdo going here.
Is that called you haven't gone to the barber in a little bit? Or as the Mounties will bring it across, that's Nate Jones, 2-2-1. No, I can't tell what that is actually. I think it was it's 2-2-1 probably. As Lindsay goes inside for two, gets it to fall. Lindsay keeping the pedal to the metal in his aggression going to the basket. 29-29. Going inside, Wood, pull up, jumper, good. Hayden Wood. And hey, when you get his jumper going, he's too tall. He's too lengthy.
Pretty, the high release,
Yes.
the soft touch, got good arch on it. I mean, it is textbook.
Lindsay guarded by Muldrew, who tries to cheat the screen. Does it again. The Wildcats kind of firing screens, making the Mounties pick up the ball early. As Muldrew fighting down low, trying to front Lindsay.
Yeah,
Lindsay
denying
deterred.
that pass in there for sure, and that caused a turnover right there because
Yes.
they were wanting to feed him right down there on the block.
Well, you know what happens when it gets inside. Lindsay will be aggressive. He'll go right at you. So the counter to that is don't let him get inside. And Wildcats adjusting right there. Substitutions. Marley will come back into the ball game, as well as Ryan Spencer for the Wildcats. Wood now with the ball. Sends it inside Jabari Washington, who has yet attempted a field goal. First one in for Jabari Washington. He's 1 for 1.
Yeah, when you start giving teams other options to worry about, it's going to open things up for the big boys.
And that's a great look inside. You get him right there. The defense doesn't know whether to stay with the shooters or stay with him, and he gets it. As that one good for the Mounties. Nate Jones, 2 deep threes, really testing the defense of the Wildcats, making them stay true on defense. Mounties, I mean, like you said, it seems like there's some green lights going around, as a lot of them are not really afraid to shoot the ball.
I don't think any of them. I think they all have the green light.
Muldrew, Wildcats up by 1, 33-32, 3:30 left to play in the second period. Jabari Washington inside, outside. Marley goes inside, shoots it, kind of got stuck midair. Wood got the rebound, puts it back up, and will extend the lead to 3.
Looks like a great assist when it works like that.
Yes. Jones now with the ball, gets a screen from Lindsey. He will pull it as he does. That one short, the great closeout by Marley against a known shooter. It looks like they kind of came into the game and personnel was not known as much like matchups-wise, but now they've kind of adjusted to how defensively they need to guard, and it's been more pressing.
Yeah, a quarter and a half in right here. Tommy's made some great adjustments.
Inside Marley, tip in, no good. The lob play for the Wildcats, but it's convoluted inside, and Wood will get the basket to fall. He's got 15 here starting. He leads the Har-Ber scorers. Lindsey leads all the scorers in this ballgame. Wood with another steal, but that one going to count as a turnover. He is a little pain coming up from the floor, but he will be up.
You see that slick there on the floor, and you go down, and that's an ankle or a knee scare right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's more so scaredness and fear than injury on him staying down a little bit longer than usual.
He might have just been saying thanks. Thanks for not letting me get hurt on that one.
Yes. Back up top. Lofton. Now to Jones. He's guarded by Lee. 0-on-0 action. Lee goes inside. Jones rebounded up and in. That's Hill, who will get the basket to fall.
Sometimes to get a basket, you just got to stay after it and stay scrappy, and that's exactly what he did right there on that play.
Talk about scrappy. Taven Bledsoe set to check in for the Wildcats.
He is my blue-collar worker.
Yes, 37-34, up by 3. Wood going inside, tipped away. He's on the floor. Lindsey on the floor as well, and a foul called on Hayden Wood. Kind of took out the leg of Lindsey, trying to go for the 50-50 ball. That'll be Wood's first.
Little momentum there carried him into the Mountie player right there. That's a good hustle foul right there, and I bet you the coach is not going to be upset with that one.
Foul charge number 2.
I would have to agree.
His first, team's third.
Lofton now with the ball. Brings it across for the Mounties, gives it up Jones. Lindsey falls down on the play. There is I'm not saying it was on that play, but there is now a flopping flagrant rule inserted into our league. This is its first year, a newborn child in the 6A West. And that one called a blocking foul. Lindsey will pick it up. That is going to be his first. Muldrew will line to shoot 2. He shoots a lot of free throws. I saw one game this year. He shot 26 free throws in one game this year. He is not a
Conway?
No, he didn't. Oh, you put me on the spot.
Was that a loss when he scored 50 points?
Yes. Against a team from Tennessee, I think. Yes, it was.
That's a lot of points in a high school basketball game,
50
Connor.
points is a lot. I will agree. They gave it to the wrong side, so it should be 38-35 is our score. Let's see, yeah, 38-34 should be our score, actually. They're messing up the whole board.
I think they took the one away. I think it's right now. 4-point Wildcat lead.
39-35. Jeez, I'm confused. I don't have my notes with me as much as I did today. I was a little behind. As Wood goes inside for 2. And we'll have the and one opportunity. The Wildcats striking some matches and finding some fire here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, Hayden Wood doing a great job of picking up the trash is what I call it. Somebody else makes it. You just get that rebound, make that easy layup. Still counts as 2.
Or possibly 3 after this free throw. Take it aggressive to the rim. You're going to get rewarded most of the time. Or you're going to get rewarded with a flopping flagrant. You never know. It's new. And it's infantry. As Jones brings it across. Corner 3, he's already taken a few, has die. That one called a foul. That'll be on Muldrew. They said he got a little too handsy.
Little reaching foul there.
Foul's on number 33.
Oh, no.
Taven
Bledsoe will pick up that one. That's his second. Here early on, Taven Bledsoe is a vital part of the defensive makeup and really the aggressive makeup of this Wildcat team. He stepped up huge after the injury to Jabari Washington last year, about midway conference season, and Bledsoe had the role thrust upon him, and he did a great job taking it.
Yeah, played as good as I've seen a freshman play, and I can remember back when Corliss was playing over at Russellville. I mean, I remember some good freshmen, but I really was excited about him last year. Still am.
Gives it back up.
He never touched it.
Now Hill going inside, back outside Jones, but the foul on the floor. I think that one will go to Spencer.
And they're going to give him 2 shots on that. Hey, I thought it was a little chicken wing right there. The offense caused that, and it was on. That's
At the line, shooting 2, number 2.
cool that it's shooting foul, I guess.
Chris Hill will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Rogers Mounties. It might not have been a shooting foul, but it is the bonus, so it's an
Okay.
automatic 2. As that free throw
That
will
has
go.
to be it then.
Yes. 41-35, 6-point advantage for the Wildcats now in Mountie Arena. Other one is no good for Hill. Mulder with the strong rebound. Now Wood. 2 things you have not seen. You have not seen Wood take a seat. You have not seen Mulder take a seat in this ball game so far. Washington almost came around and popped the 3. Spencer back out Branch. Washington decides for the 3. Doesn't get it to fall. 18 seconds left to play in the first half. Pushing on the Mounties. Back outside, that's Dye. Inside, Hill, up for 2, rims out, but the foul is true. And going to the free throw line is Hill. That foul, I think, on Branch. No, Ryan Spencer.
Yep.
I'm not calling him tonight. But that will be 2 fouls now on Spencer. What was the 6th man of this game, first sub off the bench for Coach Tommy Deffenbaugh and the Wildcats. As that free throw good for Hill.
Trying to think who else has come in as a sub.
Only 2 players.
Okay.
Uno Branch
Yeah,
and
Uno.
Ryan
That's
Spencer.
our other one. Yep.
7 deep have the Wildcats gone here in this first half. That's really kind of how Coach Deffenbaugh runs it normally. He only likes going about 8 deep. That's his max that I've seen him go in the past. Now, if he has an absolutely loaded roster, he might go 9 to 10, but I just haven't seen him do that yet. Muldrew, jumper at the buzzer, and that will go. They count the basket.
2-pointer, but that's good.
43-37, a 6-point advantage going into the half for the Wildcats in what is and was a very competitive game. And the Mounties really came out in that first quarter. They just came out as aggressive as they could, took it at them on their home court, and did a good job of staying in the game when the Wildcats did respond in the second quarter. 6-point game. We've got a good second half coming up.
Yeah, I can tell you the home court really matters right here in the 7A, 6A West. I mean, home court matters. The crowd over here, Rogers got a good student section going over here. Felt like we had a little bigger lead than that 6-point lead.
I know, right?
And you looked up a couple of times and we were trailing by a couple.
Yes,
So-
it's definitely been a wishy-washy kind of feeling game. You feel like the Mounties were up by 6, then you look at it and they're down by 2, then you feel like the Wildcats are up by 10 and they're only up by 2. So it's been that kind of game where it's a game of runs. That's ultimately what basketball is, but it's been a little more prevalent tonight because of the aggression by both teams. When they see when it's time to turn it on, they turned it on. As we've got second half action, both these teams are going to be ready to throw a punch here in the third quarter, and we'll see who lands it.
Yeah,
Coming
no
out of
easy
the
games
commercial.
here in this 6A West.
Exactly. We'll come out of the commercial break with third quarter action here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Harps. Hometown fresh.
Sometimes a dream car has nothing to do with horsepower or performance.
My dream car is the one that gets me to my job every day. The one that lets me help a friend in need.
I didn't think I had the credit.
My credit score wasn't that good.
But Car-Mart believed in me.
They believed in me. My dream car? A 2016 Nissan Sentra. What's yours?
America's Car-Mart. You keep the dream, and we'll keep you on the road.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas, with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
I'm Jason Jones, principal at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I am Paul Gree, principal at Har-Ber High School. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale School Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Hi, I'm Mary Jordan. Springdale Public Schools is launching a free weekly podcast called Springdale Today, which will feature news relevant to Springdale families. Springdale Today will feature educational news, district staff and students, as well as influential members of the Springdale community. I hope you'll join us as the free Springdale Today podcast premieres Wednesday, September 11th at noon on YouTube and your favorite podcast app. I look forward to chatting with you more about what's happening in Springdale today.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Try the 3-and-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Joe and Larry here with Sam's Furniture. We just wanted to thank you for your business and to let you know that your purchase helps serve so many people.
That's right. The culture here at Sam's is to love and serve others in our community and around the globe. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many organizations we partner with.
You enable us to invest in our children, teachers, veterans, development in Africa, and distributing wheelchairs to those in need around the world. You are a part of this. So from the Sam's Furniture family to yours,
thank you.
My name is Eric Burnett. I am the Assistant Athletic Director for the Springdale School District. I am so grateful for your donations to the Fuel and Feet program. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
My name is Chris Wood, Assistant Athletic Director of the Springdale School District. It's because of the generosity of people like you, we are able to fully support the Fuel and Feet program. For this, we thank you and appreciate your help. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for the students to compete in. I'm Donald Tucker, Executive Director of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Goodbye, guessing. Hello, confidence. So long, stress. Hello, security. Farewell, running to the bank. Hello, banking from anywhere. Get a quick view of your balance, block lost debit cards, and quickly deposit checks anywhere, anytime with the highly rated Arvest Go mobile app from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits.
Welcome back to the Springdale Athletic Foundation's presentation of Wildcat basketball. 43-37, 6-point advantage for the Wildcats. Mr. Park, give us that rundown of that first half.
Well, I'll tell you, both teams throwing punches. It looked like a heavyweight fight. I really feel like the Wildcats are going to get a handle on it right here, come out hot here in the third.
If it's anything like the end of that second quarter, I agree with you. They got more momentum on their side, and they were just looked a lot more comfortable and aggressive on the offensive end, and really the defensive end. They were getting active hands, and it forced a lot of turnovers on the Mounties that they don't normally have. So that's a good momentum shift into the third. But as you know, when you get halftime, whoever lands the first punch owns the third quarter.
Yeah. And, you know, three-point shooting really kept Rogers in there in that. You know, that percentage is down to regular 35%-ish. I think it's not looking so close, but good job for them.
Yeah, and I was talking to a source of mine from Rogers. I like to call them sources. As Lindsey, I said, is he a three-point shooter? And they go, no. But he's hit 2 of them.
He is at home, apparently.
He is at home. And we'll see if that travels when we get him at Har-Ber in February. But I also heard about Lindsey. That's a D1 football player.
Yeah.
A defensive end, linebacker, receiver for the Mounties. He has offers to TCU and Kansas State. As he pummels inside for 2, cannot get it to fall.
And those are football programs.
Yes, those are very respected football programs. Neither of them in the football playoffs right now, but I think we can agree some teams got cheated out of that thing. Could be some more competitive games in there than what we've seen.
Who doesn't want to be a Horned Frog?
Me.
Yeah, me
as
either.
Jabari Washington going inside, I'd rather be a Razorback and win 7 games all season in football, but
on a good year?
On a good year. On a good year. Hey, bowl win, though. That's the saving grace.
The whole bench over there giving that 10-second count for the ref right there, but we didn't get it.
No. I feel like the more you talk to the refs, the less you get.
A lot of the times, that's true.
As a person that has refed, I can agree with that a lot.
You learn as a coach to be choosy with when you're going to gripe.
Completely. Lindsey in the paint whole Har-Ber Wildcat faithful asking for a 3-second count. They've been asking for it for a while, as Lindsey does like to stay down there. That's where he does a primary scoring. As Muldrew comes off the screen, has spacing, step back, gets more spacing, doesn't get it to fall, but that out of bounds and will go Mountie way. Lindsey doing a great job of kind of teasing the spacing, but he also had a great closeout on the shot.
And Jabari almost picks up that good rebound.
1-2-2 pressure, or it's mixing up. Yeah, it's a 1-2-2, but you send the second on the back. As that one gets across the timeline, but look at the pressure. It wasted 15 seconds off the shot clock, and really until the Mounties could get into their offense. As Bledsaw with the steal, looking to push, does not really have the numbers. Outside to Muldrew, looking at the Jones, who got in the air. That one tipped away. Marley over to Washington, wide open three, and that's a gimme. Wide open, Jabari Washington.
Jabari.
Jabari, is that what you do at Wildcat Arena? You got to extend it. Yeah.
Sometimes I get caught between announcer and broadcaster.
Well, you're great at both, I can say that. Lindsey gives it back. Oh, no, keeps it. Shoots the three, a quick trigger. Doesn't get it. Knocked down on the play, and they're calling for the foul, but it will stay with Mountie ball on their baseline. A lot of chirping going between both teams and their respective fans.
Yes. And the refs right there. I love the way that ref handled that. He was a little excited, thought he should have been fouled right there, come up a little hot. He just talked him down, and that's a good officiating right there.
Not get hot with them, not match them, but to calm them down. As right there, Chris Hill has been a great off-the-bench presence. He's got 10 in the ball game for the Mounties.
Yeah, off the bench.
Yes. 6-man right now, 1-3-1 zone, but the one is extended. You saw this in the first half a lot. They send it into the trap when you get on the wing.
Really like to see that weak door, back door. We get that ball right here on this wing. I'd like to see Hayden, somebody crashing from that backside.
You see Wood when it swings over to the left. He's trying to set a flare screen for Marley in the corner, but just the miscommunication from the Wildcats, it was wide open. As that foul is drawn on Hill, his first.
Cortland did a great job there of taking that foul from him, basically. You know, he wasn't going to score right there, but went ahead and let them pick up a foul.
Muldrew sinks the three. 21 points now for Cortland Muldrew, and really a quiet 21. When you normally watch Cortland Muldrew, he scores loudly. He scores in great ways, and you really watch it. But he's kind of had a silent 21. But it's 21.
Yeah, getting handsy right there on defense. I'm glad we didn't pick up a cheap foul. That's good defense by the Wildcats.
Jones now with it. Lindsey has been on the bench for a little bit. He'll automatically come back in after the next break. He maybe sat a minute total, minute and a half. Muldrew now with the ball. We're getting a little handsy on both ends right now from both respective teams. Muldrew, wide open daylight, shoots the three, doesn't get it to fall, and Die with the rebound. And the Mounties will come the other way, down by 11. I didn't even realize. I looked at the scoreboard.
Yeah, we stretched it right up to 11. I was going to mention that.
There is the short jumper by Hill, and Washington will now bring it across. That's something else, a versatile thing. Other than Bledsaw, I think you're comfortable with pretty much every Wildcat bringing it up the court.
Stop and pop. That's 2 for 2 right here in the second half for Jabari Washington from downtown.
And that's 8 points for Washington. Now a 14-point advantage for this Wildcat team. That'll be a, trying to tell, I think it's a 30-second, so we'll stay right here. 14-point advantage, and what has really been the difference between the first half and now? It was a 6-point advantage coming into the third quarter.
Yeah, well, you take a couple of threes out, they make a couple of threes, and it looks a lot closer, but they haven't been able to get those shots off. Looks like the Wildcats have tightened up the defense a little bit.
They really have, and that's going to be something that's huge for this Wildcat team. You know you have the offensive weapons. The weaponry on offense is second to none in our league, really, other than maybe Springdale and Bryant in the 6A, maybe even Fayetteville, who's been hot to start this season. But they've got some of the best weapons to go to, but defensively, can they stick together, get the stops to create the offense? That is a key thing. And really, Coach Tommy Deffenbaugh has been a defensive mindset kind of guy in the past. Wildcat teams, can he replicate that with this one? Going inside for two, gets it to fall. That'll be Kyler Brown inside for the Dukes.
Hayden Wood going to walk it up, going to give Jabari a chance to touch it right here.
When you're up by 12, you have a little more of a luxury to walk up. Washington 3 for 3 from three-point territory here in the third quarter. Yes, I said only in the third quarter. As that one corner three up, good. Laughter from three-point territory. Back to a 12-point game. And now how are they going to guard Jabari Washington? That's the dangerous thing about this team, offensive weaponry.
Yeah, you're going to put your one guy on Cortland, your two guy on Wood. Who's going to guard Marley and who's going to guard Jabari?
And your fourth guy guarding Jabari Washington, most likely. That is a lose-lose situation. Bledsoe going inside, rims out, and that was a gimme that he normally makes.
Yeah, I like that. He hadn't taken a lot of shots tonight.
That's his first one.
Yeah, so I love the pass, and I love the good aggressive shot.
Yep, just got a little too excited, saw a little too much daylight than he's used to, and just couldn't get it to fall. But on the defensive end now are the Wildcats, up by 12. Bledsoe, and the blocking foul. A little bit of a weird angle on how he was set up to take the charge, and that's probably why it's not one.
You're nicer than me.
I've learned it. I've learned niceness. Fifth year doing it.
Here we go. We got two subs coming in for the Wildcats here.
Nate Jones at the line. The senior guard sinks the first. Spencer will come in. Marley will come in. Branch and Bledsoe will come out. Watch it. Spencer has 2. Muldrew 33. So Bledsoe has 3. That's why he will.
Look at Marley down here at this end all by himself. Oh, I'm the only one that saw that.
Muldrew, a 2-2-1 pressure from the Mounties. Wood inside Washington, who has had a very hot third quarter. Spencer, wide open 3. Short on the play. Hill looking to push one-on-one with Muldrew. An acrobatic finish for Chris Hill. Put on some ballet music as he is tiptoeing to the bucket.
Yeah, Cortland come from behind. He thought he was going to be able to get him. He did a great job of shielding with his body there and getting that shot off.
As Washington is fouled, that will go to the baseline or sideline, I should say. Washington will inbound. Lofter will pick up the foul. Team's third here in the third quarter, but a minute and 40 left to play. Foul trouble has not really been that big of an issue here for either team.
Yeah, and when Rogers tried to turn the press on and turn the heat up on the Wildcats a little bit, they look so confident and relaxed. They just seem to be getting right through it.
Washington has a side to work with, likes it, and scores. Jabari Washington has been a force here in the third quarter. He has 11 here in the third quarter.
And how exciting is that? Everybody's going to be watching film from this game, and they're going to say, wow, we got a fourth guy that we really got to match up with.
We've got one more to guard. If you didn't think the Wildcats were a handful to start, well, welcome. As Jabari Washington, that's a known thing. But after last year with his wrist injury, you didn't get to see a lot of him. You got to see him a little bit non-con. But now this is really, for our live viewers, this is your first time seeing him since the Fayetteville game where he injured his wrist. For live viewers.
And plus,
you think about that?
Yeah, and plus he's still growing.
He is very much still growing. Sophomore, or junior forward. The only sophomore is Marley, who's in the game right now. Also got Uno Branch.
Branch's minutes really upped here in the last few games, haven't they?
Yes, as well as Spencer.
Yeah.
59-50, now a single-digit game. Lindsay will come out, I assume, for probably the rest of the third, and will come back to the fourth. As the Mounties, you've seen it all game. We've talked about it all game. I don't think they're going to go away. They seem like a scrappy team that is not one of those ones that says, oh, okay, we'll go away. As that one had a little bit of airtime, couldn't get the plane to lift off.
That was about to get us out of our seats. And Jabari comes right back with a big-time block.
Hey, if there's anything you're going to say about this team, they can get up.
Yeah.
All of them can jump, whether it's acrobatic dunks or fantastic blocks. This team can do it.
And there's really not a cheap seat in here, but Jabari knocked that up into the cheap seats.
Jones up top, guarded by Muldrew. Sends it back uphill. Hill has been a good force for this team so far in this ball game. He's got 12.
Off the bench, too.
Yes. has a sign to work with, goes inside for 2. That'll be a blocking foul. Calling on Spencer. He wasn't in perfect position.
It was the lean.
Yes. And you've seen the refs. They've stayed very true to what they've called. They haven't been inconsistent about it. If you're not set for the charge, if you're sliding your foot, if you're leaning the wrong way, if you're not there in time, they will call a block. They have done that in the girls' game. They've done it here. They've been consistent.
Yeah, this officiating crew's been great right here. This gives me hope and optimism as we kick off conference play.
There hasn't been really any chirping either. Like, we haven't had to see any warnings, any technicals. I say that, and we might have a fourth quarter. We have a fourth quarter left to go, but you would hope for both these teams and really for the game in general to stay clean. You don't like the most convoluted, or not convoluted, those chirpy games. Those are kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah, especially for the refs, and then they quit calling the game as good.
Muldrew sinks the basket, pushes it back to a double-digit lead.
It is back up to an 11-point Wildcat lead. 15 seconds and running left to play here in the third quarter.
Hill going inside, sends back out, 3 up for laughter. As he already hit one in this quarter, doesn't get that one. Lee sends it up Wood, has Spencer step through, Euro for 2. And that will end our third quarter of action. What was a 6-point lead coming in out of the half is now extended to 13 going into the fourth.
Yeah, it's the 3-point. They've made 1 3-point right there, I think. Maybe 2 right there, but Rogers cooling down a little from behind the arc is letting the Wildcats stretch this lead.
But what you've got to think about, like you said, but you got to think about the opposite end of it too. They've been able to light the fire. The fourth quarter cannot be any different on the Wildcat defensive side. They know they can do it. They've got to stop it like they did in the third. Otherwise, if they don't, it could be a way more competitive ball game than it is right now. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television with fourth quarter action. Up next.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations.
Welcome back. A fresh 8 on the fourth quarter clock. A 13-point advantage. You see McKinley Campbell walking up these stairs. Had 20 points in the 41-point win for the Lady Wildcats here early today. That one inside. A foul called on Morley as Massey took it inside and will get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Mark felt like he got a little piece of that, and I can't say I disagree with him. But I like his reaction. He's not overdoing it.
Stayed a little more controlled.
Experience.
Yes. The sophomore forward.
It's hard to act like you've been there before when you're just a sophomore, but.
Well, we talked about it in the women's game as well. Grown-up sophomores.
Yep.
It's a big storyline for Wildcats in general.
And it's not a bad thing to have.
No. Washington, now Muldrew will bring it across. Oh, no, Wood will, actually. 7:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. And if you ever watched Central Junior High basketball, you remember Hayden Wood under Coach Sutherland there was a point guard. So he can handle the ball. He brings it up. He plays, obviously he had a massive growth spurt, as normally a lot of kids do, but I think his was a little more irregular than people realize.
He went from a skinny little short kid to look at how gangly long he is right there.
Yes, and he plays like it.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what his body is. He knows his athleticism, and he takes it at people.
I'll tell you, one of the great things about coaches' kids is they usually are full of IQ, and he's got AQ to match that body.
That's all I had. All I had was IQ. Coach's kid right here, IQ, but, I mean, they don't really care when you're on the bench. Call out the shots, I guess, but if you got IQ and don't have talent, that's where you don't play. but I can tell you right now, watching Hayden Wood, he's got a lot of both.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's what gets you a D1 scholarship, get your school paid for. You
Committed
do that.
to Jackson University in Florida.
Jacksonville University.
Oh, Jacksonville, my bad. Jacksonville University.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins in Florida. He will go play there. Lob up and lay up. Dang it, they've only gave me one dunk.
Well, he looked right there. That was Jabari. That wasn't Mar.
And Wood was sneaking in, too. I was waiting for a Wood dunk. Lindsey, who is threatening the three as he's made 2 of them, 2 of 3 from the three-point line in this game is Lindsey.
Little reaching foul there by Jabari. That's a good hustle foul right there.
Just a little antsy, wanting to get the steal, wanting to push the pace. You like to see those kind of fouls. They're better than ticky-tacks.
Yeah.
That means you're at least putting in the effort to push pace.
And we're not going to let him pound down in the paint on us. You can tell that's been a priority.
Well, in the first quarter, it was not as big of a priority, and we saw what happened. Wildcats have definitely made in-game adjustments to prevent that from happening. I mean, you haven't seen Lindsey score since the first half.
Yeah, Cortland's doing a great job of shutting him down when we're in man-to-man.
Triple screen up top. At the free throw line, I should say. Jones with the shot doesn't get it. Washington, rebound tipped out, and will stay with the Mounties.
Coach over there helped him with that call, I do believe.
Remember you said earlier, pick your moments. Coach Farrell picked his right moment.
That's right.
I got a good memory right here. It's not gone yet.
Well, that makes you the looks and the brains.
Well, I'll take them.
Of course, it doesn't take much to beat me in either one of those categories.
Well, I think hair's the qualifier in the first one.
Hayden Wood with another beauty right there.
Yes, and you look at this. This is the beauty of the game. Wood with 23, Mulder with 23, Washington with 15. Marley not far behind either or all of them with 6. You'd like to see him get into the double digits as well, but hasn't really attempted as many shots as you'd like him to do, so you could see that production even pick up. He's heard me apparently and knocks it down.
Cue.
Marley looks up and says, yeah, okay, I'll get you.
Yeah.
It's like what we did to Maya Haney. We said she's not in double digits yet. She goes around and just scores into double digits.
Boom. Hayden hadn't scored 30 yet. I'm trying to give him the shout out early right here.
It's called the reverse commentator's jinx. When you say they're about to make a free throw, they miss it. But when you say they haven't gotten to double digits, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. As we will be right back after a quick commercial break with fourth quarter action, a 18-point lead for the Wildcats going into the fourth with 5:39 left. We'll be right back.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feed program. I'm Jared
Welcome
Hart.
back, 70 to
Without your
52,
help,
an
this program
18-point lead with 5:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Muldrew has the ball, dribbling up top against Washington, sends up Marley, back to Wood, inside for 2. They took away my highlight. They got under Marley.
It was coming, but if you're going to pass away from a contested shot for somebody to make an easy layup, I'll take that all day long.
I agree. Sadly, I agree.
But I do want to see him bring the house down here pretty quick.
Yes. It'd be a good exclamation point on a comeback or really just a feisty win for this Wildcat team, up by 20 right now with 5 minutes left to go in the fourth.
And here again, another difference, Lindsey. He's missed, I know his last 2, but I think his last 3 shots in a row. And
yes.
They're all contested. And I mean, the Wildcat defense has kicked up.
Wood has kicked up as well. 27 points in this ball game. He averaged about 9 last year. Look at his production now. He's up to 20 points per game. That's an 11-point jump in just one season. That is very good. And you look at conference numbers, he's averaging 27 in conference.
Yeah, right.
It's the first game. Oh, looking for 30.
He got bumped.
Are you right?
He got bumped hard right there.
That could have made your prediction right. Nate Jones coming across the timeline, pulling from 3 with no defense near him. Doesn't get it. Muldrew soars inside for the rebound. Lindsey hits the floor. Muldrew bringing it across, and Jones will take him out in stride.
Little reaching foul right there on Jones. That's going to be their first personal, so they got one, we got two. We're still a ways from that bonus.
With 4:10 left to play in the fourth period, unless we get into a little more scrappy of a game with the pace of how it's been playing, I don't think we'll get into the bonus. Wood wide open. I think he heard you. I don't know if he wants to give you the satisfaction. That one gets down low.
I don't blame him.
As
Look at
Lindsay
this work.
fighting.
That's out of bounds. That's off him. Woo.
The Wildcat fan, Mr. Park.
I know. It's the amber glasses that I watch the ball game through. I can't help being a homer.
I know. That's why we bring you. We love it because I try not to be, and you get all the homer, which is why our Wildcat fans love you more than anything.
Oh, that's my homer.
Yes. Goes inside to the middle of the press. That's how you beat it. You get it to the middle, it might as well be done. That one short, Muldrew saves it, gets another rebound. He might have double-digit rebounds. He's averaged about 8 to 9 rebounds per game in non-con. Sends it up Wood. He puts up the slam, doesn't get it. But
he couldn't decide if he wanted to dunk it there or run that reverse, so he kind of got it right in the middle.
Yes.
I've been there. I've done that.
Oh, me too.
Especially every time I try to dunk it.
I have not been there. That one goes in. Muldrew now with the ball, the 2-2-1 press.
They look so relaxed when they're being pressed. There's just no pressure felt from these Wildcats.
You can't really speed them up mentally because they're already playing at a very fast pace. Back over Washington. He has Wood in the corner. 1-3-1 is back. It's really stayed true for this team. And Marley in double digits. Give it 4 of the starters in double digits. We saw 5 of them in the Lady Wildcat team in double digits. So a very good scoring night for Wildcat fans in general.
Yeah. Bledsoe stuck on 3 right here. We'll see what the last 250 says for that.
Lindsay, another miss off a good contest by Muldrew. He has been dead silent here in this second half. Washington gives it back, stolen away by Hill. He's got a breakaway. Layup good. 76-61, 15-point advantage. Now Wood. He'll drive inside. Sends it to Bledsoe for 2. Tries to slam it against the backboard. Can't get it. Muldrew steal. And he gets hit by 2 bodies and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Football players don't foul softly, do they?
Never. You got to make it count. That's how I teach fouls, and that's how I foul.
Yeah.
If I'm a foul, you're not getting to and 1.
If they're going to call your name, let it be for something big, even if it's a foul.
Muldrew misses off the back of the iron. Don't take me wrong. I don't mean hurt him, but I mean hit him.
Yeah.
As Lofton will come out for the Mounties. That's going to be Kyler Brown coming back. Muldrew missed the first, misses the second. 76-61 remains our score, a 15-point advantage with 2:10 left to play in the fourth period. Jones has a right side to work against Bledsoe. Goes up for 2, and he got Bledsoe paused in the air. Step through, and a good move by an experienced senior guard in Jones. Wood, talk about experience, gets the 2. And I was talking to Coach Tommy Neffenbaugh a few weeks back. He says, and he is very confident in this statement, that Hayden Wood might be the most decorated men's basketball Wildcat in history of Wildcats. He's
been here for the long haul.
He has a conference championship. He has a lot of wins because the year before they had second seed. He's got a lot of points. He's already at 1K. So, yeah, he is a decorated Wildcat. I do agree with Coach Neffenbaugh on that case. One of the most decorated we've seen.
It was a beast on the football field.
Yes, until he decided not to take
I mean, once you sign that D1 basketball scholarship, it's hard to go out there and get beat up.
Muldrew inside for 2, gets it to fall, and 80-63. Coach Tommy Neffenbaugh will take the timeout with 1:06 left to play in the fourth period. And you see Wood with 29, Muldrew with 25, Barry Washington with 15, Marley with 11. And that's, like I said, you've got a lot of tools at your disposal if you're Coach Neffenbaugh. And tonight, a lot of them have gotten active, and you see it reflect in the score with 80 points.
Yeah, and you can see they're gracious to share the basketball tonight, and that is a bonus for us.
Yes, there's been some issues with distributing the ball across the team and multiple counts of it, but you see some clicking tonight, and that is a very good sign with the home opener or not the home opener, the conference opener here today. And if you're wondering where the Wildcats will be next, that's next week on Tuesday, January 7th. Bentonville West will head over to Centerton, Arkansas to take on the Wolverines in the second conference game of the season. Then we head to Fayetteville, so a 3-game away stand for our Wildcats. Fayetteville, very good in girls basketball, very good in men's basketball. That should be a very fun night. That's next week on Friday. Then we get our first home game.
It's going to be a while.
It's going to be a little bit.
Did you get your commuter flight booked for that Bentonville West game?
I haven't gotten it, but I need my gas paid for.
I upgraded
Somehow.
to first class this year.
Oh, I've never been put on first class. I always fly in the middle seat so I can talk to people. I know that's probably a little strange, right? But I don't care. Mulder bringing it across. Doesn't need help beating the pressure. Marley up top. Misses the dunk. Wood put back foul and one.
There's Wood.
And you predicted.
Dink. He's over. I think that's
31.
31, getting ready to be 32.
As Hayden Wood will go to the line to shoot one for the old-fashioned three-point play. 82-66. A 16-point lead. Yes, you just saw me count that on my fingers.
Good job.
Yes, I'm growing up.
38.7 left to play here in regulation.
What has been a great night for the Wildcat faithful as a three hoisted up by Rogers and Marley with the rebound. The shot clock is off. Mulder beats the pressure, wants to slam it down and is tipped away.
He was out of bounds.
But he was out of bounds.
Never established himself in.
No shot clock on. The Wildcats do not need a bucket, but Mulder, I think, wanted to put a little exclamation point on this game. But
he kind of felt like he got his legs knocked out from under him right there. I can see him being a little upset, but Coach Deffabaugh did a great job, got him on that bench. We don't want anybody hurt or causing any trouble with 21 seconds left.
This game is pretty much locked up. If the Wildcats can just dribble out the time left, the Mounties will allow them to. And that should be our final score, 83-66, a 17-point win here in Mountie Arena to open up the conference play. And really, you look at it, I mean, we made a joke about it, but still, in conference season, Mulder's averaging 25 now.
Yeah.
Jamar Lawson averaging 15. Marley's averaging 11. Hayden Wood, the story of tonight, averaging 32 in conference in one game played. Can they continue this? We hope, don't we? I mean, that's now makes them 6-7 overall, 1-0 in conference play. And hey, you just got to look across town to see who your rival is, because the Springdale Bulldogs men's basketball team, in my opinion, as a person that has commentated basketball in the 6A for 5 years now, the state title runs through the Springdale teams.
Yes, I mean, it is. I feel like for the second year in a row that you know, the 6A West for sure, but I think the state, it runs right through Springdale, and that's both schools.
Yes. I mean, you look at it, kind of the top two, a very top-heavy league in men's basketball. You've got Springdale, Har-Ber, Fayetteville, and that's really kind of, and then Bentonville possibly. But then you look at the other team, it's very top-heavy as well in the Central. You've got
well, don't forget Northside. I mean, they played a great game with the Bulldogs tonight. I mean, it was like a 4-point thriller. Yeah.
Yes. In men's basketball, it's a little more top-heavy than usual. And same in the Central. Central's normally stacked 1-6. But it's really who you're going to get on a given night and really who's going to produce on a given night. And tonight, it was 4 Wildcats getting in double digits. Hayden Wood getting 32 points. Look at the Wildcat women's team. They won by 41. What a great night to be a Wildcat faithful.
Yeah, and that tells us we get down to court, we get a lockdown on Cortland, because those are going to come, and people are going to figure out how to stop them. The confidence for the role players, the other kids tonight, getting some confidence. I think this is just a big boost for Wildcat basketball.
That's exactly how you open up a conference game, too, because if you want to start it, and like we said all the time, forget non-con. When you get the conference, it's a different game, and you start out with confidence builders and 4 of your best players, really your 4-headed or your 4-punch offense. That's a great way to kick off conference season, and I'm excited for Tuesday, January 7th at Bentonville West because, hey, it's only up.
Yeah, teams like these, both the boys and the girls, make it easy for us to show up,
Yeah,
and these great
show
coaches.
Up and you just get to talk on the mic and get to watch some really, really good Wildcat basketball. I can't think of a better thing to do on a Saturday because we're on a Saturday right now.
I hear you.
I'd rather be here than playing Xbox, and that's the equivalent. as that will do it here for us tonight. What a great night to be a Wildcat, but we'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us on behalf of Dr. Cleveland, our superintendent, our athletic directors, Chris Wood, Eric Burnett, and Keith Pimple. We'll see you next time on Tuesday. Wildcat fans, good night.